Alright, and remembering to change the chat box source. Thank you. Ah, got to love it. I think I had done a really smart thing where I set up our B chat. There we go. And it was still there. And I just had made myself a second chat overlay because thinking ahead so I don't have to reprogram the whole thing. Okay. Composure. Deep breaths. Zen. Not anxiety. As best that we can here. Thank you guys. Alright, so Aviary Attorney. Hopefully the lighthearted and silly fun to help offset all of that excitement. Cool. So thumbs up from James on the mic setup, so that's a good sign. No static. What's up, Jesse? How's it going?
Not bad.
Have you been updated on what just happened?
I saw someone with a cat.
Yeah, Heather just had to take Uzi to the vet emergency.
Oh, okay.
He's having a diabetic episode. Is Josh babysit? Oh, Josh is still there. Okay, cool.
Where?
He's in his futon room.
I forgot how this house looks.
Hi, Jesse. Bye, Jesse.
Room over there. How many rooms do you got?
All right. Bird is the word indeed. So here we go. Aviary Attorney. One more time. I'm going to do this. Squidchild just got here, so he's going to be hanging out over with Josh on his personal channel if you guys want to pop in and say hello to him. Alright, here we go. We'll let you guys get this beautiful game from start here, from scratch. Want to make sure you guys get this amazing intro because it's just so perfectly corny and I love it. So, without any further ado, Aviary Attorney. Bird is the word. So I thought this was going to be one of those games that I played just for fun, downtime. So I played about an hour or so into it, and it actually is a little more complex than I gave it credit for. So I'm looking forward to seeing if you guys enjoy it as much as I did. I'm hoping you guys, it looks like you guys can see the chat now. So I think everything is good, and we are going to pull the trigger on this. We are going to, can I just start over? Not gonna let me just start over. Alright, well we are gonna play a previous day. Let's play case number 1 from the beginning, please. From the top, Maestro. I really need another beer now. Why is everything falling apart? Why? Oh, God. Alright, well luckily this is not too audio intensive, so you guys can read while I try to fix that. So you guys get to read that one sentence. Yeah, audio ducking is definitely... Okay, there it seems to be going now. Does it sound like that's working a little bit better? It looks like it's... Bypass is not on. Sparrow's son is very majestic. The hands behind the back, the fact that he has, like, fingers to clasp thoroughly freaks me out, and I don't like it. Birds with hands is weird as shit to me, but that's, what do you do? That's how the artist decided to go with it. I'm trying to talk when it's peaking. It looks like the ducking now is working. I don't know if you guys can confirm that, maybe? Hopefully that sounded like it's fading in and out based on me talking. Anyway, we might just have to roll with it. That's the sound that birds make when they talk, is beep 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 beep. And Falcon's just like, pass the cab, it's time to drink. Okay, yeah, there's some ducking, no amplification, but good enough. Alright. I restarted OBS, and apparently that just is gonna reset everything under the sun, and it's all coming apart, everything is going down in flames. Ugh. Probably because I'm stressing out and overlooking something, but, you know. Business, you say? Business? What business is this? The letter arrived while you were sleeping. I haven't opened it yet. Probably just more junk mail. Go ahead, Sparrow Son, you may have the honors. I now do different enough voices, so you guys are just gonna have to roll with it. Dear Monsieur Falcon, I am writing to you today because my daughter, Dame Cataline, has been arrested for a crime she did not commit. She's being held at La Concierge prison on the charge of murder, no less. Her trial's in 3 days' time. I would be greatly in your debt if you would offer her your legal aid. Yours sincerely, I'm not going to pronounce this right, Senor Patois Dimiao of the Dimiao estate. I really need that to be pronounced Dimiao, because, of course, they're cats. Wait, something? I know, your first serious client in months. Not just that, the Dimiao estate is well known for its exuberant wealth. Even if we cannot do much for Dame Cataline, his lordship would still reward us handsomely for our efforts. So I suppose you intend on defending Dame Cataline in court? Nope. I see, I could play this completely opposite of the way that I did the first time, and just nope right out of it. I think not, Sparrow-san. The fate of a fat cat bourgeois is none of my concern. Pass the cab, Savion already. Game over. That's just the game. I turned the case down. What? With all respect, Falcon, we've been doing nothing for the past 2 weeks.
Even like at a higher rank, they're still.
Burb shyster.
It's.
Anything would be better than another day of thumb twiddling. Yeah, again, the fact that he has hands is just. It's weird.
It's not fun.
It's weird.
It's necessary expenses.
Still, come on, let's be productive members of society. No? This is fun. I had not pursued this line of questioning before. No, I've made up my mind. Okay, fine. Can we at least play some cards to pass the time? Now there's a marvelous idea, but what game? We don't really have enough players for Tap, Turok, or Seago.
It's another one that's like that.
I know, there's this game I learned at university called Jacques Noir. Sounds dubious. No, it's a real game. Let me tell you how it works. You draw cards from this deck to get as close to 21 as possible without going over. Call hit if you want another card, and stand if you don't want to, so it's blackjack. Okay, I know blackjack, because Jacques Noir is French for blackjack. That was idiot of me to not pick up. So apparently if you decide not to take the case, this just becomes a blackjack card game. Good to know. We're gonna hit, because nothing's happened. 17. I feel like 17 is like dealer. They don't specify where the dealer stands though. Bust. Yeah, got it. Cool. So that was blackjack. You getting the gist of it? Yeah, totally. Alright, now we can make this interesting. How do you feel about a little wager? No, I was thinking of something else. Oh, so if I lose, we have to take the case and the game automatically loses. That's funny. We play 1 round. If I win, you have to take on the case. Yes. That sounds like quite a hefty wager. What do I get if I win? If you win, I've got it. You must take a vow of silence. Oh. Not a peep out of you for a week? That's tough, man. Whole week, indeed. I don't think I can manage a day. Frankly, I don't think you can manage 5 minutes. The office would actually be peaceful for a change. Alright, let's play. Yeah, I feel like there's no possible way the game lets you win this particular round then. But that's an interesting way of... You're like, no, I'm not taking the case. Like, no, the fuck you are. It's this whole game. Literally the game. I just stand on 4. Yep, that was good. Well, looks like I won by doing absolutely nothing. How about that? You didn't shuffle those cards properly. I like that this is set, like, historically, and yet this is the American proverb. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. Dario was getting tired from all of this sitting around. Open, I better file away Signor de Mal's letter first. One moment, Falcon. Patoir's letter has been added to your evidence folder. You may access the evidence folder at any time by clicking the suitcase symbol. I nearly forgot my wallet. Wouldn't want to lose that. Again, I recall you losing it at the New Year's party. And at Christmas. Yes, alright, no need to make a list. I feel like Falcon gets drunk and loses shit. I wouldn't know anything about that. That's definitely not me as a person. Picked up his wallet. You may see how much money he's carrying at any time by clicking the wallet symbol. 20 francs. Here's this cool letter. Whoa. Cool, put that away, put that away. Let's make a move! Off we go to the fancy French prison. Haha. Welcome to the map screen. From here you can travel to any listed area. Clock symbol take a whole day to visit. Areas with no symbol can be visited freely. It'll take me a day. Centuries, the infamous concierge. It's gotta be, I'm saying this wrong. Conciergerie? Conciergerie prison has detained the accused and the condemned alike. Go there. Step into the stone-cold foyer of the conciergerie prison. Sullen-faced guards and visitors linger beneath the medieval archways. They say this is the finest prison in the whole of France. The outer walls are impenetrable. The cells are spotless. The guards well-mannered. It's concierge? Or not conciergerie? What do you want? Oh, so much for well-mannered guards. Good day, monsieur. I'm here to see Dame Catalan de Miao. I am due to represent her in court. Oh, you're her lawyer, huh? Fine, fine. Follow me. Concierge. Okay, cool. Thank you. I did not take French in school. Donde está la biblioteca? I don't know why everybody always needs to find the library in Spanish-speaking countries, but that is by far... Like, everybody I know who took Spanish, everybody knows how to ask where the fucking library is, just in case.
Oh, come on.
Well, what are you waiting for? Keep up. Yeah, so much for well-mannered guards.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, damn, like her pig. Oh my god, it's so fluffy. Sigh. My papa hasn't forgotten about me. Has he? Papa. Dame Caroline de Miao, I presume. You've arrived, the fantastic lawyer Monsieur Falcon and his petite assistant Sparrow Son. Milady is knowledgeable. Don't talk like that, Sparrow Son. Sorry. Papa told me he would only hire the best lawyers in town. I'm flattered. But they weren't available at such short notice, so he hired the first people in the address directory. Oh. You see, Falcon, I told you listing under Aviary attorney would pay off. Down to business, Dame Catalan. Could you fill us in on some details? Your father's letter was a little brief. What is it you wanted to know? I'm probably not going to read every single thing because this is a very text-based game. Way too many characters. I'm not a good enough voice actor for that. What happened on the night of the murder? Yes, tell us the entire story, start to finish. A soft J at the end. I think I wrote it wrong. Concierge. Okay. Not concierge. Let me think, it was Friday evening. Got the Chateau Crenier, home of the great Baron Roguel. My papa spent all evening talking with Monsieur Grenouille and the Baron about business stuff. Perfect, yes. I'm basically ready to go to France now. Business stuff? Well, the three of them own a railway company together, so all through dinner they were talking about shares, investments, but I didn't really understand it. After dinner, the man with the camera took our photograph. That was more fun. A man with a what? Took your what? Hate the player, hate the game exists, but the concept of a camera is novel. Interesting. It's a very new gadget. A tiny bug sits in a box with a tiny paintbrush and paints your picture very fast. Oh yeah, that's how cameras work. Poof, you have a perfect picture. Technology is amazing. Yep, that's not how cameras work. Psh, let me believe. Now you can ask for the library concierge. Still, the camera sounds like a special device. Camera added to the evidence folder. Please continue. Had a photograph, went to the gardens, the body of Monsieur Grenouille. It was all ripped open. A housemaid saw me standing over the froggy Monsieur and called for help. The police arrived before I could say anything. I ended up here. It was all such a blur. I love how she's like blinking her big, like, damsel in distress eyes, and like they didn't take her furs away. She still has the big. What do you call that? Like, I guess the big fur wrap hand holder warmer thingy. I just seemed like, why not just get gloves? That just seems so bulky and large to just be like, I'm gonna keep my hands wrapped up in this giant fur ball. It taught me to be a brave cat. There's something else you wanted to ask. Who else was there? Me and my papa, my dearest maman couldn't make it. Baron Rogwell hosted the dinner, his housemaid, Colleen. Of course, Monsieur Grenouille, until, you know, he died. Monsieur Robitio de Robinio, the man with the camera. Robitio de Robinio. He was only there for a little while. I think that was all. Anything else you wanted to ask? Anything suspicious? Suspicious? Anybody lurking in the shadows? Bloody murder weapon? I do believe you're looking for an easy answer. No shit. I did not see anything, I'm afraid. The evening was very normal. Food delicious. The conversation boring. Very ordinary until the incident. Monsieur? Oh, Monsieur, not Monsieur. Monsieur. It's, I don't know. Again, not a French speaker. It's terrible. Yeah, please, if you guys know better, please keep correcting me so that I don't just offend everybody around me with my terrible pronunciation of not my dialects. I love speaking of French, haha! Terrible. Monsieur. Hey, Falcon, you missed something of huge importance. Dame Cataline said the food was delicious. But you didn't say what food it was! Dun dun dun! You and your damn stomach. Let me see. Poached red herring. Of course there's a red herring. Garnished with garlic butter. And marbled steak served perfect bloody rare. Mmm, delicious. Falcon, write this down. This can't possibly be relevant to the case. Write it all down, please, for me. I feel like he's just gonna go home and be like, boo, and just... Sure, Ben. Okay, I'm gonna try it because you took the time to write it. C'est quoi tu peux être bête? Jacques! Fine. Red herring has been added to your evidence folder. Bloody rare stick added to your evidence folder. Remind me not to let you talk to clients on an empty stomach. A little strange we weren't given any cutlery. No cutlery even for the steak. Nope, you would think the great baron of Chateau Crenier would have gorgeous silverware, but there's none to be seen. It's very peculiar. Monsieur Falcon. Monsieur. No, I think that will be all. So what's the plan now? We have to go to the crime scene, obviously. Head to Chateau Crenier, see the scene of the murder for ourselves. We should try to track down the supposed photographer, Monsieur Robito de Robinio. 2 days for 2 tasks. Seems doable. We should get back and get some rest. We have a lot of work ahead of us. Before you go, you do believe my story, don't you? Ooh, I believe in justice. Haha! The truth shall come to light. I believe that a fair trial can draw the truth from any situation. I believe in justice. That's good to hear.
Oh, I do have.
You're not wrong, but that's not what the lady needed to hear. I don't give a shit what the lady needed to hear. The truth will come to light. Have you been getting enough water, Kendra? It sounds like you're getting a touch hoarse. Probably not. Didn't really have the time I thought I would have to prepare to jump on the main RV channel here due to events that unfolded, so yeah, didn't have a chance to eat lunch yet, so this was not well executed, so we'll see how long I make it before I do need a break, and just go right on into dinner. It is surprisingly already 3:45. This day is going by fairly quickly. Yeah, kitty emergency. So hopefully everybody's good, but we'll see if my lovely and charming fiance might grab me some water at some point when he's listening. He's not listening at all. Not even a little bit. Might go to work with being less of a deputy. They can't be announced. Fils depute. I don't know what that is. Serving justice makes me a fils depute, and I'll wear that title proudly. So essentially, this stream is going to be ridiculous birds and making fun of my terrible friend's pronunciations. Those names are getting a bit confusing, aren't they? Not particularly. I'm going to start compiling a Facebook so that I can keep track of who everyone is. One other channel I watch sometimes has it, and also a bot that reminds the streamer to save in order to avoid intense regret. Hasn't happened to me yet, but I am terrible about saving regularly. I rely entirely too much on autosave. No intense regret so far today. And try to avoid. I think this game does autosave though, or doesn't. Maybe it like saves as I move past certain points. All right. Book of Faces. It's a collection of people's names, pictures, and descriptions in one easy-to-carry catalog. I dropped a line in Tyler's chat because I care and I'm no, you are not obnoxious. We'll see.
Got it. I see you need
You seen it?
I seen it.
He's seen it.
But I'm hunting a big beast.
He's playing Monster Hunter. Apparently, I don't matter.
You do that. I just don't want to die.
Oh, I'm kidding. The name could use a little work though.
Oh, jeez.
It's my Facebook. All right, JJ Falcon, Sparrow Son, suave and courageous lackey. What a handsome fellow. I like that we know what the dad looks like, even though nobody's seen him yet.
You knew exactly where it was.
Couture hired us to defend Dame Caterline in court. Elegant bourgeois daughter of Signor Pertois de Miao. Been accused of murdering the Monsieur. Ill-mannered jailkeeper seems to feel disgust for criminals and animals in general. The froggy businessman who was found murdered at Chateau Crinière. Terrible. It's all very terrible. But like, the Baron's not in here, which is silly because we haven't met him and he's in here. Silly. All right. Facebook. Cool. Got it. Let's make a move. So do we want to go after the photographer or the scene of the crime first, guys? Oh, the game saves automatically. Auto save for the win. Cool. Crime scene or photographer? Pause menu. Yeah. Studio de Robinho or Chateau Crinière? It's a manor house with an immaculate garden. Up-and-coming photographer. What shall it be? I have a little bit of beer left. I don't know if that probably doesn't help as much as water, but... Yeah, I mean, I'm no harm, no foul, guys. I do not demand your attention, so that's definitely a lot more action intense. And you know me, that's not usually my bag. Don't feel bad. You can catch him playing over on Time of the Fish if you want to watch specifically him play Monster Hunter. I'm sure there's a ton of people out there. But yeah, don't feel bad. Go watch, enjoy yourselves. You guys are spending a lot of time on the channel with us today. And I want you to enjoy it. Although this game is really stupid funny. I think I did Scene of the Crime. Traitors! How dare you? The worst.
Oh, you son.
I think I did the crime scene first last time, so I think I might switch it up and go to the photographer studio. Even though it seems completely counterintuitive if I were an actual investigator. But I'm a lawyer. I don't know. Yeah. Studio of the famous photographer. I think beer doesn't hydrate as much as water. In fact, it may do the opposite.
No.
Is that how alcohol works? That's crazy.
No.
But I too must also enjoy 24 hours worth of gaming, so priorities. Shall we knock? There's a note on the door. The magnificent and marvelous artist, Monsieur Rabito. Monsieur, damn it, I did it again. Monsieur Rabitio de Rubinio is currently out on an artistic expedition. You shall return when his muse sees fit. What does that even mean? He's a pretentious bird brain, but in any case, the artist seems to be out. What shall we do? We should knock anyway, and we should go. I don't want to waste the day, though. I'm already here. I feel like if I...
Go, bug.
If I leave, I've just wasted a day, and then I don't get to talk to him at all. Let's make sure. Yep, definitely not home. We should break in. Oh, that escalated so quickly. Yeah, let's... What? I'm so serious. Maybe? Monsieur J.J. Falcon, I would have thought that a man of justice like yourself would be against such reckless displays of unlawful barbarism. You're right, I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. I am here for this level of escalation. Like, yeah, let's serve truth and justice and break his fucking door down. He's not home. I need clues. Stand back. It's a brilliant suggestion. I'm barging the door down. Oh my god. Sparrow said no. Just like that? Shouldn't we discuss this first? It was your idea. Oh, immediate regret. Immediately regret this decision. What in bird Jesus' name was that? Oh, bird Jesus. Thought we could find an open window. I didn't think you'd turn into a bird-sized cannonball. Well, we're here. Might as well make the most of it. Swanky digs for a photographer. Ostentatious. Swanky. That's just swanky talk for swanky. True. We don't have time for this. The sound of a door being smashed in could be drawing unwanted attention. Find anything that may help our case and get the fuck out. Ooh, investigation mode. I love it. Examine it. You have enough, but you can find nothing else. Click the X in the top corner. So this is where I thought this game originally was really basic. So this ends up being a really cool mechanic where you gather all these clues and you can leave at any time, so it's entirely possible. Although you would have to really be trying to overlook things, but you can leave without gathering all the clues. And as the game goes on, it gets harder and harder to pick them all up, and I actually did screw myself by not finding the evidence I needed. I couldn't make my case, so this actually gets a lot more complex than it appears at first glance. Yeah, I like the music on this too. A lot of my games have had really great background music, which I am loving. So, we will examine the chandelier. Should get one of these for the office. I don't have the money. So broke. Finely dressed dandy fellow upon a horse. There's pictures. Lighthouse, man in a top hat. Black smudge. Not an actual picture. Sailing ship on a windy day. None of this matters at all. Neat inks dies. Clear liquid in this bottle. Sparrow's son immediately volunteers to eat it. That seems like a good way to, you could, but we don't have time for a hospital visit, so let's not do that. Skyline, taken from Notre Dame Cathedral itself. Music is overpowering my voice, no! Shit. Really? I can't get to my options from here? There we go. That any better? Hopefully a little better. Just an easel. Look what's on the easel! Oh, it's that picture. A photograph! Housemaid, Dame Caterline, and Signor Patoir. Just take it? Yeah, we should take it. Let's just steal stuff. We're breaking in, we're stealing evidence. One click further down. Stealing shit. Alright. Look at all of these lovely pictures. I once had an uncle who fell off on guard duty. Did he die? No, he got demoted. Oh, that was terrible. It's a fancy photograph. It leaves the viewer defenseless. Out of all the pictures here, I would pick it as my favorite. Okay, I'm done. No more fence puns. Fence puns are the best. All puns are the best. Jail cell. Yeah, this is completely illegal. It's cool. We're lawyers. That's allowed. Can't call prison numbers. Damn, I wanted that one. Son of a bitch. Some people find them a little offensive. Oh shit. Terrible. Alright, I think that's everything. See any more pop-ups. So this is what I mean, you kind of, like, as long as you're moving your mouse thoroughly, everything lights up, but it is possible to miss things. Done snooping. Let's get out of here. Awkward. Mon Dieu, what has happened to my door? Ooh, tell the truth or lie. Probably lie. Little weasel type kids. We saw it. We saw it all. Yeah, weasels. They're all, let's break into this art guy's house. And we were like, no, weasels, you cannot do that because that would be illegal. And they were like, thank you, I suppose. Trial day is approaching fast. GTFO. Totally flaked out. Instead of interviewing the photographer, like we probably should have. Have you seen the post where someone dropped the color of his coat into the movie? Oh jeez, that's funny. All right, so I guess back to the crime scene we go. For the courtyard. People with dirty clothes and gaunt faces linger. Faces linger, not finger. Around the building's shadows. Excusez-moi, messieurs. See, that's where I thought messieurs was spelled. That's why I was saying monsieur, because I thought it was spelled like that. That makes more sense to me, pronunciation-wise. I don't mean to be a pain, but my little girl and I are sick and starving. Cough, cough, little baby kangaroo. Fair change? 20 francs in your wallet. What will you do? I give them all of the francs? Most of the francs? None of the francs? Someone had way too much fun doing that, but those kind of in-jokes are the best, don't you think? I do love them. I'm a generous bird. I give 10 francs. Bless you, messieurs, bless you! Yeah, I was like, take your kid with you. Times are tough. Making sure a mother and child can make it through the last of winter is the least I can do. Indubitably. Business to attend to. I hope that comes back to help me. Half of the francs. Frankly, yes, all of the francs. This is super swanky. So if the photographer's place was ostentatious, what does it make this place? Baron is a legend. Factories, chocolate shops, hotels, railroads. He owns a little bit of everything this side of the Seine. Seine? Seine? He's a smug-looking chap with the impressive name, but we must approach a man of his stature with tact and finesse. Baron! Hey, Baron! Baron, I want to talk! You have the finesse of an inebriated warthog. You can thank me later. Great Baron Rogwile. Rorgile? Maybe it's Rorgile. Property owner extraordinaire at your service. More investigators? Lawyers, in fact. Not the first ones here, huh? Oh, yes. Jumpy, twitchy fellow came by this morning. Bunch of questions, hopped away before he heard the answers. Most curious. Perhaps I have a hunch. A hunch that we'll be seeing him at the trial. Oh, rabbit jokes. Because he hopped and hutch. Haha. Something like that. What may I do for you, messieurs? Research. So, like, what? So, it's not Monsieur or Monsieur versus Messieurs? Because there's two different spellings here. I'm confused. Or frog. Of course, of course. Such a tragedy. I like how he's like, what would lawyers be coming by? Oh, yeah, that murder that happened like 2 days ago. Yes, please show me the crime scene. The lounge on the second floor, third door to the right. Gathered for a group photograph prior to the... the murder. Tasty, tasty murder. The unfortunate incident. That is a nice way of putting it. I'm afraid not. It is to my understanding that a photograph must be developed before it can be viewed. It's a slow process. My own copy of the photograph is to be delivered in 3 days' time. Trial will be over. Thank you, Baron, anyway. No trouble at all. Where shall we go first? The garden, the main hall is where we are. The lounge. Yeah, probably the actual murder scene, I would think. This must be the very spot where the murder took place. Oh my god, this is a fancy garden. Jesus. There's like 8 statues. Do the crime scene investigation thing. Yeah, you know, that thing where you get all eagle-eyed and analyze every object in excruciating detail. You mean search for evidence? Yeah, do that thing! It would be the first time the Parisian police have missed something right under their noses. I did say Parisian right, and I didn't try to say Parisian. I'm really proud of myself for that, because that's where I started to go, and I was like, nope, I know what that word is. Say it right. It is not Parisian. Parisian. Parisian, damn it. Alright, here's this giant-ass fountain in the middle of the picture. Kind of in cheap. Nothing but water in the bottom lower basin. Perfect place to quickly stash a murder weapon. It's actually not a terrible line of reasoning. We ought to wade in and take a closer look. Yeah, I suppose we should. I wasn't being direct enough. What I meant to say was, Sparrow Son, go wade into the fountain and take a closer look in the upper basin. Okay, so I'm getting educated real quick. There's Monsieur, which doesn't really enunciate at the end, but it's still more of an O sound, like Monsieur. And Messieurs, which is more of a Canadian A sound, singular and plural. So Messieurs versus I'm gonna have to practice that. So like Monsieur versus Messieurs. Pronounced the same way you've been doing it, maybe with a touch more of the nasally disdain. Actually, the first is more like a softened version of the Oz and Ma. Like Messieurs versus Monsieur. Is that where we're at with this? Alright. Me? No way. I'm a respectable lawyer. You can't expect me to go pal around a fountain like a duck in a lake. You don't pay me enough to justify getting my sweet threads wet.
Another one.
Only one reasonable way to settle this. We'll flip for it. I'll flip this 1 franc coin. You call the outcome, get it wrong, and you go for a swim. So what'll it be? Heads or tailias? Napoleon face or plant squiggles? Napoleon face or plant squiggles? I'm the head of this operation. Heads. Don't let me down, old emperor. I wonder if this is randomized. It's tails. Damn it. Because I lost this last time, too. French! Like Ma with the ghostly memory of an N at the end. Ghostly memory. I like how this is very subjective. Like, this is how you pronounce this. Like, with just a touch of spiritual N at the end of Ma. Like, Monsieur? Monsieur? Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's a rigged coin flip. Apparently, I will always lose that. I don't remember that part last time. I do like that the artwork changes when I'm a gross dredged falcon. Not a bird, not a fish. Mystery item. What is this? It's brown and sticky and it smells weird. Don't tell me you picked up a very wet cigar butt, possibly belonging to the Baron. Correct. It's his house after all. Stash in the evidence folder just in case. Anything else we need to do here? Probably. Dried blood on the staircase. This is where the frog died. Bloody footprints. Or maybe a name scrawled in blood written in the frog's last breath. So dramatic. All I'm seeing here is a big sticky puddle.
Not me, the monster. Oh my god.
There's nothing to indicate the body was moved or the frog left a last minute clue. So Greenway was attacked and killed on the staircase. We knew that, so that is super not helpful. Horse statue. My uncle once had a horse that refused to eat hay. That's unfortunate. Yep, eventually realized it was just filling up on on hors d'oeuvres. Oh my god, horse d'oeuvre. Oh my god. No. How do you say it? Like horse d'oeuvres? Instead of hors d'oeuvres? Horse d'oeuvres? Oh my god. Terrible, terrible joke. That's another thing that I didn't realize, like, hors d'oeuvres was spelled as two separate words for a very long time. I'm gonna mispronounce everything in this game. It's gonna be great. Man, the mane almost looks lifelike. Would you say it behooves you to stroke it? No, no I would not. God, the jokes are so good. And by that I mean they're the best kind of terrible jokes. Don't mind the horse statues, but the cherub people creep me out. Babies should be waddling, not attempting saddleless horseback riding. Yeah, Glenn, sadly there was a kitty cat emergency and Heather took Uzi to the vet, so, Josh had just signed off and understandably it's his cat too, so I just decided I was going to take the early shift here, so probably going to break for dinner at some point in the next hour or so because my stomach is rumbling and I was not planning on doing that, so kind of had to just kind of roll with the punches. We're doing it. It's good. We have Aviary Attorney happening, amplifying my horrible grasp of the French language. Pretty great. Reminds me of a joke. A horse walks into a bar. The barkeep says, "Why the long face?" Classic. What? No, the barkeep says you gotta stop coming here. You're drinking us under the stable. Yes. Excellent. Excellent. I think it's time to rein in the horse jokes. I don't know if there's been an outcome yet. Uzi is diabetic and he was just not doing good. Like wobbly, his pupils were blown out, so she got on the phone with a vet in Eden Prairie that was open and off they went. So haven't heard bad news, good news. So hopefully they can get him taken care of. That was about 45 minutes or so ago maybe. So fingers crossed.
Stupid.
Alright, I think that's everything. All of my horse jokes are done. As much fun as it was. Cool.
Jump on top of me and kill me.
Don't
please.
push your luck. I'm not going swimming again. It's not
It'd be really
funny.
great if you did that.
Not funny.
Please, please.
And I love that the giraffe's head is like cut off. That's amazing. Falcon, did you see that? See what? The housemaid totally just did something shifty. I think she just pocketed something from that drawer. Call her out on it. Excuse me, mademoiselle. Ah, yes. Are you two policemen? No, private attorneys. JJ Falcon, nice to meet you. How rude of me. My name is Colleen Duhot. Duhot? Duhot now. What can I help you, messieurs, with today? Investigating the murder that took place last week. Wait, can we ask you questions?
God.
Let me just grab a chair. Oh good, now I can actually see her. That's hilarious. Now we have eye contact. I'm an active listener. Right on, I hope it turns out well. Gotta go reception. Oh fun. All the wedding fun that you get to have today. That's the fun part, though. Like, the wedding, everybody wants to go to the party afterward. That's where the real fun's at. Looking for the room where the photograph was taken. Oh yes, right place. Saw a photography session for myself. Yeah, you were in the fucking picture. Let's not act like you had... No, she totally, like, snuck in, like, selfie, like, photobombed them.
Fucking bullshit.
Sorry, baby. Did you die anyway?
It's fucked.
It's like, I didn't get water for 20 minutes and then you died anyway? You died anyway. Alright, cameraman was standing right about here. And the camera was pointed right about here. The Baron insisted on using that very location. Something's wrong with that clock. Painting on it totally clashes with the decor. How to do hot. Dude, it was a traditional Catholic wedding. Oh, fun. I got to go to one of those one time, and I had obviously never been to a Catholic service before because I did not know when to sit up and when to kneel and when to not try to shuffle down to go take communion. Like, Tyler had to go. He was like, no, you can't. Like, you haven't been baptized. Like, you can't do that. So my tall-ass self has to sit awkwardly sideways in the pew as everybody has to shuffle behind. I'm like, yep, hey, yep, excuse me, pardon me, heathen here, not going anywhere. So yeah, he had to walk me through that. Is this art glass?
Nope.
I didn't realize Heather got a purple haze glass.
Yep.
We went to Beta, and they have some cool-ass pint glasses on sale now. Pardon for the gulping. Quite
if anybody's
refreshing.
still watching, I'm so mad. Stupid dice.
Alright. I was thinking along more obvious lines. The clock has no hands. The clock has never had hands. He just keeps it around as a conversation piece. We're talking about it, so it's working. Peculiar detail. I'll make note of it.
Load screens are great.
Cool, cool. Hout. Colleen de Hout. I'm like, no, we can't leave Kendra's stream because we have to keep, like, spoon-feeding her pronunciations because it's just terrible otherwise. Alright. You were a little nervous when we came in. You thought we were police officers. Why are you feeling so guilty? No. Yes.
I didn't even go back to base.
Pressure her or ease off? What should we do? I don't trust this giraffe. Something's up. See ya, Mario. Have fun at your reception. Party down. I want to see those sweet dance moves. Pressure her. I feel like that's not being forthcoming, and why are you lying to me? It's okay to tell us. We're defense attorneys. We help people get away with criminal acts. What? Not at all. It isn't? Oh, what do we do then? I'll tell you later. I have nothing to hide. Was there something else you wanted to ask? Nope, that's it. I think you're a liar, though. No problem, messieurs? Actually, there is something. I know you two saw me stealing as you came in. I appreciate that you didn't give me the third degree about it. I kind of did, though.
Stop crawling.
I don't trust this giraffe. Not something you hear every day. Yeah, no, she's shifty. She's a shifty-eyed giraffe. I'm trying to save up to follow my dreams, and I'm rambling. To be honest, we have a much larger crime to worry about, although I should probably ask. I don't suppose you've been stealing anything else? Silverware? Whoa, you know about that? I suppose that was me, unless one of the other servants is also stealing silverware, in which case it was totally them and not me. Started with a couple of teaspoons. I didn't think the Baron would miss those. I suppose the habit got a little away from me. So she's just been stealing all of the silverware to where they served steak? And had none. Okay. Don't tell the Baron. He's been really kind. And I would hate to break his trust even though I've been stealing from him repeatedly over the course of an extended period of time here. Where to next, Big Bird? That's just rude. So I guess that's it then. Is there something in the main hall? Guessed everything was in order. We had a good look. Thank you. We have some questions for you. Ooh, do I rat out the giraffe? I think I do. Colleen du Haut. She's a courteous young lady, isn't she? Oh yeah, I'm gonna throw her totally under the bus here. I know. You know? Of course I know. When the silverware goes missing in a house occupied by 2 people, it doesn't take a world-class detective to solve the mystery. This may surprise you, but I'm actually not a ruthless money-grabbing bourgeois. A housemate steals 100 francs of silver from me, a mere drop in the bucket for a man of my stature. What of it? I feel no need to ruin the poor girl's life over something so small and petty. What? Just let her keep stealing from me, whatever. Like, maybe just pay her more, goddamn. Like, now you have her feeling guilty that she's a criminal just trying to make ends meet, and you're like, yeah, fuck it, she can steal whatever she wants, I don't care, I'm a rich fuck. That's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Now you give me your run of events, please. Oh, am I in trouble? We'll see. Oh, that's threatening. Let's play nice with the big rich man. Guest arrived at 5 o'clock, sat down for dinner in this very hall at 6. The party went magnificently. Photographer arrived at 7. 7:30 we had our picture taken. Housemaid discovered the crime. Something else I can help you with? Nope. I think that will be all. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure. Have a delightful day. Goodbye. Hope so. Don't worry. If everything goes wrong in the trial, we can always just wing it. Terrible. Just terrible. Oh my god. It's so bad. Cool. A new day. It's trial day. Palace de Justice. There's no way that's how that's pronounced, but I'm gonna go with Palace. And inside the marble portico of the Palace de Justice, waiting the opening of the Tribunal de Grande Instance. Everything is so fancy in French. Are you nervous? Nope. Got this case in the bag. Look at my feathers. See? Totally unruffled. Palais de Justice. Palais? Pele? Like soccer kick Pele? Wow, at least one of us is feeling confident. Hello, cat. Monsieur Falcon. Monsieur. Monsieur? Monsieur. Monsieur, Monsieur. I'm gonna say it. The Teacher Sparrow's son. Is there anything you need me to do? Stop being a thief. Criminal, maybe. Criminal thief? He's feeling very confident. I know you two will pull through. I'll be watching. Do your best for me. We will. Okay, bye. Thanks for that. That was a good pep talk. We're ready. Let's do this. Judge Maxime. Everybody here. J.J. Falcon present. The defense is ready. Rupert Rabington present. The prosecution is the readiest prosecution, Your Honor. Oh, this nervous ass jittery rabbit. I knew it. Knew what? Rupert and I went to Paris Law School together. He was in all of my classes. Was he smart? No. He always scored the second worst marks in the class. I can only assume that he bumbled through the final exams on the luck of his 2 rabbits' feet. Unless he's improved considerably, you might have already had this trial in the bag. That's good to know, but say, if he scored the second lowest marks in the class, who scored the lowest? I choose to exercise my right to not self-incriminate. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Jury present. Hello, jury. Present and accounted for. Judge Cordial. So let's see, we got an ostrich, a sheep, a hippo, that may be a dog down here. Some kind of seabird. I think that's a seal on like a vulture. The fancy hats, like, they're killing me. There are only 6 members of the jury for cases like this. Why do I count 8? Those 2 birds with the funny hats are assessors, the associate judges. Cool. Let us begin. The court is now in session for the trial of Dame Caroline de Miao. Prosecution, please call your first witness to the stand. Hey, the officer in charge of the murder investigation, Inspector Valerti. Inspector Valerti, please approach and recite the oath. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Alright, Monsieur, no, Inspector, please state your name and occupation. I am a servant to the law, a scourge of the gutter rats that plague this city. I've enforced law for over 20 years, and I shall continue until I bring the infamous Viridian killer to justice. Wow, monologuing. My path begins 18 years ago. Nope. Shush. Shush. I was hoping we'd have one of those bumbling, cuddly officers, but instead we're stuck with lawful goody two-shoes. Ha, I saw what they did there, lawful good. Heh. This guy would turn in his own mother if he saw her littering. That is a bird with an eye patch. This dude is a badass. Is it true? Something bird's eye view, probably, is the joke that I would make there if I had one. But I don't. Is it true that you were the lead investigator on this case? That is correct. I was among the first to arrive at the scene of the crime. Perhaps you can walk us through what you witnessed upon your arrival. 7:30, we were alerted and brought to the scene by the housemaid of Baron Rogel. I don't know, still haven't figured that one out. At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Caroline de Miao. She was standing over the corpse of Monsieur Grenouille with his blood on her paws. That sounds like an open and shut case in my humble opinion. No more questions. That's it, really? Bloodied paws, nobody told me that detail. Keep it together, Falcon. Cross-examination. Of course, I know this. I'm a lawyer. So this is where this game gets cool. This has been my favorite part so far. So you can absolutely screw this up. I haven't full-on lost this case, but you definitely lose sway with the jury if you start following a line of questioning that doesn't pan out. So, like, it definitely gives you avenues to pursue. Avoid pressing for pointless details. The judge and jury don't like having their time wasted. Alright. The scene of the crime, the sliced open corpse, or the blood on her paws. You guys want to take over a little bit here? What do you think? I'm playing a French game, so I'm very fancy, and I'm drinking my water with my pinky extended, because I'm fancy like that. Alright. So I kind of already know how to play out the blood on her paws line. I might pursue that, because I do remember how that one goes. She had blood on her paws. Correct. Blood clung to her fur like guilt to a convict.
Suck it.
Whose blood was it? Shit, maybe I don't remember how this goes as well. I do know there's a line here that I could mess up. How much blood was there in the lady's paws? Enough for it to be clear she had dirtied her hands on the victim's body. We noticed blood under the suspect's nails, around her fingertips, and even a little around her mouth. Her mouth? How vile. The inspector's answer seems pretty definitive. Do you have another question about the blood on her paws? Yes. Whose blood was it? Ah, what a question. It was Monsieur Grenouille's, of course. How can you be sure? The line of questioning is absurd. There was only one murder victim that night. The blood on her paws could have only belonged to one person. Falcon's trying to delay by asking pointless question. You have some reason to suspect the blood belonged to someone other than Monsieur Grenouille. I do. Actually, I have more than suspicion. I have evidence that the blood on the paws had nothing to do with the murder. The blood on her paws didn't come from the victim. Where did it come from? In the evening of the murder, Dame Caroline ate a bloody rare steak! Is this true? Yes, steaks have been on the menu. And Inspector, would you acknowledge the possibility that the blood on the lady's paws did not belong to the victim, but to the steak? Don't answer that! It's a possibility. No! Dramatic rabbit is dramatic.
Where'd you go? There you are.
Intriguing, convincing. You gained a little favor with the jury. Is it possible that you arrested an innocent bystander simply for being a messy eater? Hold on just 1 minute. Dame Caroline is an elegant bourgeois kitten. She was no doubt brought up with flawless etiquette and perfect table manners. The banquet should have eaten the steak with a fork in her left hand and a knife in her right like any proper civilized animal. How could she have possibly gotten blood on her paws with such good manners? That is a good question. Or it would be, but as it happened, something was missing for that particular banquet, something that forced Dame Caroline to eat with her paws. The missing silverware.
Go!
I love the dramatics. The silverware of the household had been previously stolen. I don't recall any mention of that. We weren't aware of anything missing from the residence when we performed the initial investigation. But as it happened, he approached us about this very subject last night. Innocent, perhaps. What a twist!
No.
Dun dun dun.
No. No.
Bloody
no,
steak, misplaced
No.
silverware. Inspector, was your investigation so lack that you overlooked these basic facts in your initial report? I assure you I'm the most thorough investigative officer on the force. Really, dude? And it is amazing that the Parisian police managed to solve any crimes at all. Ooh, burn. Be on your way, Inspector. Perhaps do a little
great.
inspecting
Just
for your
send it
next
back.
case. Damn, burn. Sherlock Burb on the case of the missing silverware. I really like that we're just all gonna be like, nope, he's a burb. Burb is the word. Messieurs, until next time. Prosecutor, I trust your next witness is ready. I call upon Monsieur Robinio, the photographer. Please approach and recite the oath. Hello, photographer bird. It's a little cliche to be perfectly honest. If any in the courtroom does not immediately recognize me, I'm the great Monsieur Robinio, cutting-edge photographer and visionary. I don't just take people's pictures, I capture their very essence. Oh man. Je suis l'artiste. Tu es une pipe. Une pipe? Une pipe? Je suis l'artiste. You may have seen my works in hit magazines Le Branche or C'est Oh Jesus, C'est Chouette? I can send you tweets if you like. The way that the juxtaposition of like modern terminology and like, oh, what's a camera? This is historical. It just blows my mind. What on earth is a tweet? Bird-to-bird communication. Come on, Falcons. The 19th century. Get with the times. Let's get down to business. Tell us your activities on the night of the murder. I was hired by the Baron to capture the evening's events. I arrived at 7 in the evening. I pointed my camera and captured the beauty of the banquet in one fantastic photograph. Then I billed him and left, like a true artist. Who did you photograph? I thought you might ask. I brought a copy so you could all see for yourselves. Very good. Let's take a closer look. It's been changed. My word, this is an exquisite picture, isn't it? So let's see, who do we have here? In the middle we see Baron, the lion who hosted the event, the Seigneur Patois de Meaux, father of the defendant, and finally we see the housemaid Colleen Duhaut, who I suspect may have snuck into the picture uninvited. Photobomb. Two people are clearly absent from the photograph. The first is the victim. The second is the defendant. Quite suspicious, wouldn't you agree? This proves nothing, Monsieur Rabbiton. The defendant and the victim were not photographed with the others. That doesn't mean they were in the garden together at that point. The prosecution may continue. Behind the photograph, we see a wall clock with the time set at 7:30. Ooh, why is that time significant? As Inspector Valerti told us earlier, it was the exact time the murder took place. Every suspect has an alibi at the time of the murder, save for Dame Caroline herself. That photo doesn't seem right. Looks like the one different from the one we borrowed. I see it too. Our photograph shows Colleen, Dame Caroline, and Seigneur Patois. But Monsieur Rubino's photograph shows the Baron, where Dame Caroline should be standing. You are a pipe. It's a reference to an absurdist painting, which is an image of a pipe with the text, this is not a pipe under it. And it's not, it's just the image of a pipe. Oh, I see. Okay.
Are you kidding me? I'm down here.
I'm gonna have to look that painting up. We assume that only one photograph was taken. This demonstrates that one of the photographs must have been edited in some way. Slam that evidence down. Be like, bam! Inconsistency. This whole courtroom is out of order. Case closed. I can't do that. No, I mean I can't do that because our evidence was illegally obtained. If I were to present it, Monsieur Rubino would ask how we acquired it, the whole trial could derail. I could lose my legal license and we'd be arrested for theft. Oh, we don't want that. No, we don't. I'd like to cross-examine the witness. The defense may proceed. Photographs are rock-solid evidence. 7 p.m. So we know that the clock has no hands. Give or take a couple of minutes. How long did it take to set up? 25 minutes to find a shooting location, ready to film. Spending 25 minutes, that leaves 5 minutes unaccounted for. Shit, I think I went the wrong way here. I should have picked the clock. I've looked at the time. No, I am not.
God, you're supposed to be parallel.
I have a camera, photograph, and then I build the Baron, so it must be specifically about the photograph itself. There we go. Why is it in black and white? I see a mistake in the photograph. Photographic process leaves no room for bias or inaccuracies. That is most curious, because I see a mistake. Impossible! The photographs it produces are flawless! Certainly. Click on the area of the photograph that you believe contains a mistake. That was right, that was right. This is wrong. Clock in this photograph. There's something not right about it. The defense sees something wrong with the key piece of evidence that implicates his client. I have evidence that there's something wrong with the clock in that picture. Because the clock doesn't have any hands to show the time. That much is self-evident. Which is most curious because the clock in the lawns of Chateau Crenier has no hands! What? The clock is merely a decorative piece, a talking item. Feel free to ask the Baron or his housemaid if you have any doubts. How do you explain this discrepancy? Oh, I don't know. Some sort of mistake. My camera is flawless. Photograph depicts something that does not exist in the real world. Maybe there was an error in the printing process. An error precisely where the clock's hand should be? Please, don't patronize us. Plausible explanation. You edited the photograph! Gasp.
Better not throw this thing at me.
I suspect you used paint or ink to carefully put hands upon the clock. It would have been a simple task, considering the clock face was bare. One could even speculate that you specifically chose to include a handless clock in the photograph just to simplify the editing process. Your reasoning is absurd. Why would he do such a thing? By showing the photograph to have taken place precisely at 7:30, it clears all the photograph subjects of suspicion. In other words, he created a perfect alibi. Da-na-na-na! Who was the witness protecting, and why?
Right.
Was he coerced, bribed, threatened? Let's hear some answers. I did it all! You're confessing to the murder? What? No! I have no idea who killed the frog. I'm just admitting that I'm guilty of producing fraudulent photographs. I was ordered to make changes to the printed photographs, and yes, that included adding hands to the clock. By who? I dare not say. Oh, the drama. Courtroom drama is high. I strongly advise you to answer the defense's questions. You pledged to speak without fear, after all. With respect, Judge, I fear his claws more than I fear the punishment of the justice system. I shall name no names. His claws? Monsieur, we cannot and shall not torture names out of you. We don't live under the Ancien regime, after all, but since you admitted to falsifying evidence, then we cannot keep you on the stand as a witness. Take your leave. You should be charged with perjury in due course. They're just gonna let him leave knowing full well that they know who it is. Pretty convincing. Gaining favor with the jury. The photograph still depicts Dame Cataline as absent, close to the time of the murder. That's significant. Don't be dense. If the photograph is not completely genuine, then it cannot be considered reliable evidence. So if we accept that one part of the picture was edited, then we must accept the possibility that other parts were too. It's possible she was painted out. Even worse, it's possible someone else was painted in. We know the witness was trying to cover someone, so all possibilities must be accounted for. The housemaid paid off the photographer? Or was it Signor Patois de Mer, perhaps? The housemaid lacks a means or motive, and it wouldn't make sense for Signor Patois to implicate his own daughter. Seriously, not suggesting the honest and beloved Baron deliberately tried to frame her, because that would be the most outlandish theory yet. The Baron is a pillar of our community. I'm not here to throw accusations. That's the job of you, the prosecutor. However... My God, it's not time for your witness testimony yet. So you would think, prosecutor, yet I see my good reputation getting tarnished by your incompetence. Let us proceed with witness questioning. Is that fine with you, Judge? Very good, and I trust the defense has no objections. Nope, because I was going to try and talk to you anyway. I pledge to speak without fear and prejudice, etc., etc. Prosecutor, ask me about what I witnessed over the course of the evening. The initial dinner went magnificently. When the photographer arrived, Grimley left to visit the garden. Dame Cataline followed behind him moments later. Signor Patois, Monsieur Rubinio, and myself were engaged in conversation, so we paid her no mind. After the photographer had left, my housemaid left to go find Grimley and Dame Cataline, and that would be when I heard her cry for help. I think we all know the story from here. Cross-examination. Do you doubt my integrity, garçon?
Where are you?
Did I say that one right? I think I said that one right.
Oh my God.
Maybe. I'm just here to uncover the truth. Hit me with your best shot. Let us establish with absolute certainty that I, Baron, am an honest man. I'm just gonna skip his name. Cross-examination. I said it correctly! Woohoo! It's 1 on my column and not like, 7 mispronunciations in the fail column. So in this part, I'm trying to remember where I'm going with any of these. Dinner went magnificently. Granwy left to visit the garden. Dame Caroline followed behind. Let's talk about the housemaid. Does she smoke? That question came out of left field. Definitely not. Mademoiselle Duhaut to test the smell of tobacco. Pieces are slowly falling into place. Do you have another question about the housemaid? Maybe? Oh, never mind. Like to statement to question. The garden. We saw the murder scene, your garden for ourselves. When was the last time you were there? As it happens, I have quite serious allergies. I haven't been in my own garden for years. Let's see. It's well documented that after a certain age, the brain starts to edit out even hearing phonemes? Phonemes? The fundamental unit of speech that don't exist in one's native language. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure my brain is closed to new information a lot of the times because, dear God, I forget some stupid things that I should know. I should practice it at least if I'm gonna play French-based games, probably. Yup, I am past my learning window prime. Dora the Explorer couldn't even help me now. Indeed, years. Aaron, I do not wish to call you a liar, but that claim does not hold up to scrutiny. Why is that? Because we have hard evidence that you have visited the garden recently. Balderdash. I found a cigar in the fucking fountain. Right beside where the murder occurred. A cigar butt? That could belong to anybody. Please shut your mouth. I can speak for myself. That is indeed the remnants of one of my cigars, but I must apologize, Monsieur Falcon, for I misunderstood your initial question. You see, prior to the banquet, I hadn't visited my own garden in years. But naturally, after hearing the housemaid's cry for help on the evening of the murder, I rushed outside. I was shocked and disgusted by what I saw. That must have been when I dropped my half-smoked cigar in the fountain basin. Perfectly reasonable. I would find that believable if the cigar were casually discarded, but as it happened, the cigar butt was found in the fountain's upper basin. Basin, not basement. Jeez. A location that could only be accessed with great inconvenience and a little paddling. The cigar butt was not dropped, it was deliberately hidden. You, the Baron, deliberately hid your cigar butt to disguise your own illicit activities. You want me to spell it out? Fine, let's put everything on the table. You murdered Monsieur Grenouille. That is you. What did you were trying to keep hidden? Shamelessly brazen. The Baron is an upstanding citizen of the highest order. Your allegation is baseless. You have no evidence, no means, motive, or opportunity. Every piece of evidence points to the Baron. You want the means? The Baron certainly had the means. His lion's claws are as sharp as a surgeon's blade. Gutting a frog belly would be trivial. Even Rubinio confessed just moments ago that he feared his claws. Lacking that filter is actually one of the more common traits that go on being with the autism spectrum. Interesting. Is that where the, I've always heard that, generally, very generally speaking, that, folks that are autistic or somewhere on that scale, tend to be able to learn, a shit ton faster or just more aptly take to new information? I'm assuming that's part of that. I did not know that. Interesting. You want a motive? The Baron had at least 10,000 francs worth of motive. By removing a business partner, his share of the railway company increased from 1/3 to 1/2. Finally, the Baron had an opportunity. He crafted the perfect opportunity. He arranged a small banquet with a select number of guests. He was aware of the missing silverware. He served steak, a food item that necessitates good cutlery, to bloody the hands of his guests, of course. Then he hired an easily influenced photographer and staged a very specific picture in order to build a perfect alibi for himself. Photographing the guest in front of a handleless clock made it easy for editing. Is quite an ingenious plan, it must be said. Just gonna let the slanderous yarn go uncontested. Say something, object! You're pitifully useless. After executing the murder, the Baron found himself still holding a single piece of incriminatory evidence, his finished cigar. He knew that leaving it at the crime scene would raise suspicion, but he didn't have time to properly dispose of it. So out of desperation, he threw it into his fountain under the sight of his guests. I imagine the Baron was hoping to implicate Signor Pertois de Mal, since that would ensure total control over the railway company. The last Dame Cataline was the first to happen upon the crime scene, so he improvised. No, there's only one outrage here. That a man like yourself is able to abuse his wealth and status to frame an innocent girl for murder. You're a bourgeois of the worst kind. How dare you, Garçon, the utter nerve for a lying scumbag of a lawyer to accuse a philanthropist like myself for something so heinous! I'm nothing like the fat cat bourgeois. I'm a respectable, hard-working capitalist. No, you're a ruthless man who would slaughter a dear friend just to reap a few francs. You incredulous whelp, I ought to gut you right here and now, like a damned frog! Boy did it. Everyone's like, oh, fuck. Someone please restrain the Baron. Oh, that's a brave-ass bird. Don't touch me, you filthy jackdaw. I can walk myself. Ah! It's quite a chart of events. Does the prosecution have anything to add? But being able to hear sounds exactly as they're said is definitely a leg up when learning a foreign language, and I speak from experience there. Oh, nice! How many languages do you, like, know / dabble in? Let's see. No? Then I shall now confer with members of the jury to come to a decision. I ask the animals of the court, please be patient this time. That was incredible! Yes, it was. You just proved Cataline's innocence. We'll get a not guilty verdict for sure. I think you've misunderstood something important about the justice system. I haven't proved anything. As lawyers, we cannot deal in proofs. It's just not possible. All I can do is organize the evidence and convincingly explain what it suggests. I haven't proved her innocence. All I've done is demonstrate there's a significant possibility she is not guilty. Oh yeah, not practical. You don't use it, you lose it. Definitely feel that way about Spanish, and I spent an ungodly amount of time learning that in school. And like tried to pick it back up. I was like, oh, Duolingo, that's a cute app. We'll do that. And no. It's clear the error of judgment was made with the initial arrest. On that note, we unanimously find the defendant to be not guilty. Yay! I did the not guilty verdict. Did it! I suppose we did. We should head back to the office so we can celebrate properly. Did it! I can't take all the credit. This was a group achievement. I'm so proud of you both. I'll get 1 bottle of wine and 3 of our least dirty glasses. Ew. You're amazing! I very much like the way you pinned the murder on the Baron. That was an act of sheer genius. But I didn't pin anything. He just worked at unveiling the truth, given the facts of the case. Monsieur, there's no need to play coy. The case is over. Twist? Don't tell me you're actually being sincere. What? Oh wow, I thought the goody-goody thing was an act, but you actually don't know. Alright, I'll spell it out for you. Ready? Plot twist. I murdered Monsieur Grinway. I saw him in the garden, all drunk and vulnerable, and I seized my opportunity. Bad kitty. It was nothing personal, just business, you understand. Business? Increased my papa's share in the train company, of course. My papa always said that the drunk old frog was the weakest link. Confession doesn't make any sense at all. I found Baron's cigar butt hid in the garden. Oh, I put that there. I expected the police to find it, but I suppose that was putting too much faith in the brains of Paris's finest. The photograph was edited. It was edited. I wasn't in the picture because I was busy paying a visit to Monsieur in the garden. My papa knew I needed an alibi, so he ordered Monsieur Robinio to paint me over a Baron and to add hands to the clock. That lazy artist didn't manage to finish altering either photograph by trial day. It's a good thing that Monsieur Falcon was so imaginative, because that could have gone very badly. What's with the silence? You should both be proud. There aren't many lawyers in the whole of France who could have won a case like this, even for a bourgeois kitty like me. I think you should leave. Huh, fine. So much for the celebrations. Here's the payment for your services straight from my papa's pockets. Adieu, Monsieur Falcon. Adieu, petite sparrow's son. A twist. Falcon, what do we do now? We can't. Can't do anything. Double jeopardy. She's off the hook. Game has been saved. Do you wish to continue? Hold for just a minute, guys. I'm gonna see what everybody else is up to if I have time to grab some food since I haven't eaten since breakfast and it's 4:45. I'm getting a little bit hungry. He's a little bit rock and roll. Alright, anyway, it's terrible. Terrible jokes. I don't know why I do this. It's just the worst. I am the worst. Alright, and with that revelation of the entirely failed justice system, congrats or congrats? Or yeah, no, that was pretty terrible. I was so taken aback at that twist. That's when I was like, all right, like the cross examination was cool. Like this is a fun game. And then that happened. I was like, I am playing this game for real. Oh my god, mind blown. Loved it. So with that being said, quick interlude here while I head out and see what the food situation looks like. Hey.
Come on, buddy. Yeah, what then? Ugh. Take it. Crouch in this game? I just wanted to crouch. I wanted to teabag. What do I get? Wait a sec. Don't kill him, just capture him. With somebody's foot. Oh, fully proficient.
I was like, oh, that's not hummus. Oh god, why?
Oh man, I was so angry at that thing. That was satisfying. Raging out. Quite a bit.
Alright, and back after grabbing a few bites of hummus and grabbing a little mini pack of nacho Doritos. Always good to have on hand, super convenient. That worked out really, really well. Okie dokie. Oh, and another beer, which just makes me laugh. This is Hell or High Watermelon. And I don't know if you can see the Statue of Liberty chilling on the beach right there. Kind of cool can design. So, I will try my best to mute my mic when I am crunching away on my Doritos, but girls gotta eat. I'm not sorry. So let us continue with that despondent outcome. Palais de Louvre. So many palais. Ooh, look at that feisty looking fox. In the name of the king, arrest that Spaniard. Oh shit, somebody did. The rose. I know lazy ass isn't gonna turn to work on Friday. I'm taking an extended weekend. The midday on Monday, and there's still no sign of him. This is becoming a little concerning. I was just like, peacing out, like, nope, I'm over it. I'm questioning my entire career. I'm never coming back. Yeah, we should probably look for him. It seems home would be a good place to start, but he never gave me his address. Oh, Jesus. Find you the hard way. I'm just gonna go back and visit all the places. I'm looking for my friend. Buzz off, bird brain. Aw, that wasn't the right place. Hello, rabbit. Excuse me, Rupert. Oh, it's you, the first-year dropout. I didn't drop out, I was forcibly ejected. But that doesn't matter right now, I'm looking for Falcon. The guy who somehow blundered his way through the Caterline tribe with the help of some very dubious evidence. Thanks anyway. Cool. Nobody knows. I really don't feel like we'd be welcome coming back here. Down here, mademoiselle. Heard about the case you were involved in. I never would have thought the Baron was a murderer. He always treated me with the utmost respect. Makes sense that the most ruthless killers are the ones who can put up the best facade. What's your friend doing? He seemed a little down last night. Yeah, he was birding in the corner of the Canard Joyeux. Mumbling and drinking, it was a little depressing. That's the dingy student bar on Rue Jean, right? Not dingy, it's just rustic. He gets like all offended. It's like, that's my bar, man. Like, don't make fun of it. Everybody likes that bar. Madame Canal's Student Tavern on Rue Jean. You're always welcome. Everybody knows your name. Doritos, so yummy. Pungent aroma of sour wine and bitter tobacco. Oh man, I gotta read her with like a southern accent. She's dressed really fancy, but like, well, ruffle my feathers if it isn't little Sparrow Son. I haven't seen you in years. How you doing, hon? Doing pretty good, thanks for asking. I'm actually here to find a friend. He's a big guy named JJ Falcon. Falcon, yeah, that sorry lump's been here all weekend. He's just been moaning and muttering to himself all weekend. Frankly, he's bringing the whole atmosphere down. I'll take care of him, thank you. Oh, it's no problem, hon. He's probably still in the corner of the drinking room upstairs. Let's not go to the drinking room. Let's just go to the card room and ignore his ass. No sign of him. Mon Dieu, I almost stepped on the big fellow. Falcon, why are you on the floor? Falcon, wake up. Bird's completely out cold. He must have drunk this place dry. How do you wake a drunk person? So I feel like yelling at him. Let's pour a drink on his head. That's what everybody always does to wake somebody up. It's just like to splash the water right in the face. That's a civil thing to do. It smells good. Time for a rude awakening. Wakey wakey. Yes, that's the longest pour. Gross. Good, you're up. Are you with us, Falcon? Yep. Feeling sober? We should probably head back to the office. Yeah, that's when people wake up after passing out. That's definitely they wake up feeling sober, completely refreshed and not at all hungover or pukey or headachy or dehydrated. I thought I did everything right. I followed all the procedures. I found all the evidence. I presented the case beautifully, and yet a guilty feline walks free while an innocent man sits in custody. Where's the justice? What went wrong? See, I feel like even if you can't charge her for murder again, you could be like, hey, she just admitted to it, so it's obviously not the lion. Like, why would you not present that and at least get the lion off the hook? That just seems not cool. It's not a cool move, guys. Not cool at all. Where's the justice? Try harder.
Really.
We'll stop mess-ups from happening ever again. I don't have the answers, but what I do have is freshly baked croissants from Pierre's Boulangerie. What the fuck? I've never seen any of these wording. At least I knew what a croissant was. No evidence for this case. Facebook is still full. Satan and Gamba. I like how we have names I never saw. A mother and her bouncy daughter who begged us for money. Nell's a dodo. Justice Valeri is a grumpy war veteran turned police inspector. This guy is strict and law-abiding as they come. Abington, Stuffy, stuttering and jumpy prosecutor. Attentive and even-handed, so she's a good judge to have. Alright. Delusional artist and photographer. I have so many pages of people left to meet. Croissants. Yep, they're waiting for you back at the aviary. Sitting here moping about justice, and you offer me croissants. It's not just croissants. I got some, oh Jesus. Nope. Pineapple chocolate? 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 I don't know, why did you just put the E on the end of it? Why does that change the pronunciation? I don't know how to do this. I could go for painful chocolate. Fantastic, then let's make a move. It's gonna go with painful chocolate, that's what it is. Alright, I admit these croissants are amazing. I told you so. Pierre's Boulangerie on Rue Verde is something else. And that reminds me, the baker told me something interesting. You know what they call painful chocolate in America? They don't call them painful chocolates? Nope, pronunciation difficulties. American is a whole nother language. Dear Lord, is that not the truth? So what do they call them? Chocolate croissants? Oh, look at this tiny little mouse! Hello! Chocolate croissants. What do they call profiteroles? Oh my god. Profiteroles? Oh, I think those are still profiteroles, but rather than custard, they fill them with ice cream and smother them in melted chocolate. Alright, now I'm just getting hungry again. It's not helping. Is this the aviary attorney? Can I speak to someone, please? What do they call crepes? Hello! Excuse me! They just call it Mousy. It's cute little Mousy. Did you hear something? Down here! Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. What can I do for you, little one? Oh, where to start? What's her name? Oh, name is really Mousy. That's some basic stuff. Cool. We do for you, Monsieur Mousy. I have this friend, he's fallen under some legal turbulence. That is euphemistic as fuck. He's been arrested? I suppose so. They're saying he's a murderer, but he didn't do it. It's quite a problem. I know, he's the Prince of Spain. Fuck. You didn't think that was worth mentioning from the start? I forgot. Why do you come to us? I would have thought the Spanish royal family would hire a legal counselor with a little more clout. Not terribleness. Both of those are accurate descriptions. Expertise. Prince has great faith in your lawyering skills, Monsieur Falcon. He said that your reputation as a lawyer was renowned. Really? Surely you wouldn't deny a quest from the Prince of Spain? Meh.
Oh, you can come up here. Okay.
Meh. Let's meh. I'm not feeling very justicey right now.
Just gonna put that in there real quick. And out.
Luckily, my little sidekick's like, no, step up. You'll be fine. Just gotta cheer up. Take another case. Grab your things. We're doing this case if I have to drag you by the sleeve. No need to bird handle me. Oh my god, this is so funny. No more dilly-dallying. Let's go. Look, messieurs! I have other matters to attend to. Yeah, that's not suspicious at all. Prince Juan is being held in the concierge. I'm sure he will fill in all the details. Make a move. Do, 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 do. Back here. I'm sure this Raven is going to be so excited to see us. Good day. It's you two again. Nice work on Lady Kitten's trial. Ooh, he's pacing about a cell, ranting about wringing your neck. Yeah, I'm not surprised. He's super mad, but hey, a criminal's a criminal, right? If the line didn't want a death sentence, he probably shouldn't have killed a guy. Oh god, now I'm a murderer. You're not here to defend him, are you? Because that would be hilarious. We're actually here to see Prince Juan Querido, heir to the throne of Spain. Healthy fox. Guy's driving me nuts with his senores and his flamboyant attitude. I say the sooner he hangs, the better. Damn, Quark. Come on then, while we're young. So dramatic. It's like a theme song. I am Juan Querido, heir to the throne of España, and you must be the legendary lawyer, Senor J.J. Falcon. I wouldn't say legendary. I would even say notable. Such humility, I would expect nothing less from renowned individuals such as yourselves. But let us get down to business. I trust that my compañero, Mousy, explain the situation. Told us you've been accused of murder, but we need some further details. What is it you wanted to know? What are you reading? That seems like a really relevant to the case question. Don Quixote of La Mancha. Oh yes. Greetings for squares. Wow, rude. It's easy to read the book as a comedy, but I can't help but see all the people who think themselves knights. I have no idea what you two are prattling on about. Not a book lover, Senor Sparrow's son. I dabble, it's just most of my reading material tends to be on the lighter side, nice and pulpy. I will lend you this book. Maybe you will have a chance to read it and you will be able to join in our conversation. Thank you, I'll keep it in my bathroom for toilet reading material, of course. El Ingenioso Hidalgo Don Quixote de la Mancha has been added to your evidence folder. Anything else you wanted to know? Why are you here? Murdering people. Maybe. I was on a diplomatic mission. Oh, Jesus. Diplomatic mission, indeed. Contenders for the Spanish throne are slandering, plotting, backstabbing. It's chaos and people are suffering. Done some French royalty, perhaps even the king himself. Maybe I can strengthen my family's name. With the Querido dynasty restored, I would have a chance at bringing peace to my beautiful nation. Sparrows, and don't be rude. I failed terribly. Don't fret, Prince Juan. We'll do everything in our power to clear your name. Once the dust has settled, we'll have another opportunity to speak with King Louis Philippe and complete your mission. I'm sure you will do your best. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? The murder, please. Tell me all about that murder. Can you walk us through activities on the day of the murder? Where to begin, he says. Where to begin? It was cold and misty morning on the 6th of January. I'd heard that King Louis Philippe was unveiling a new painting at the Palais de Louvre, and I wished to meet the man myself. After a brief stroll and picnic in the Tuileries garden, I entered the palace. I found the royal entourage in the Louvre's Grand Gallery. When I saw an opportunity, I presented a humble gift to the king. A rose, an international symbol of passion and virtue. How romantic. But before the king could take it, a rather rude person snatched it from my fingers. It was a royal guard, a dog by the name of Major Howl. Ouch! Cried out Major Howell. I've pricked myself upon the thorns of this dastardly flower. And then the Major slumped to the floor, his face turned blue, his mouth frothed, and he died. He died straight away after being pricked? Straight away, senor. It's obvious that the pricked finger was the cause of death, but I don't know of any poison that acts so fast. As wise, Senor Falcon, but clearly the police felt that poison upon the rose's thorn was the only logical explanation. And with so many witnesses, even the king himself, what could I say to defend myself? I acquired it from a beautiful Parisian flower seller at Le Halles Markets, a girl by the name of Catherine Marie Signy. Surely you're not suggesting the flower girl apply the poison herself? I'm not making accusations, I'm just planning to explore every line of inquiry. Poison rose. That's it. What's the plan, Big Bird? We head to the scene of the crime, the Palais du Louvre, and see if we can find any clues or witnesses. And we should interview the flower girl to see if she has anything to say about this alleged poison rose. 2 tasks spread over 6 days? That almost sounds too easy. Let's not get complacent. Yes, yes. Matters to attend to. Something seem off about Prince Juan to you? He seemed off. If this is bothering you, we can always ask around. Maybe someone in the city knows Juan's dirty secret if he actually has anything to hide. Let's dig up the dirt! But we still have a trial to prepare for. Priorities. Priorities. Alright. Alright, so let's go talk to this flower girl first. And then Madame Quenelles is probably where we do some backstory on the box. So, flower girl first. Vendors and buskers, performers and thieves, bourgeois and peasants all bustle from place to place. Prince Juan said he met a flower girl here, Signy, I think he said her name was. There's a swan with flowers over there. Do you think that's her? Yes. It's possible she knows the murderer, even that she is the murderer herself, so she should probably act with tact and finesse. And this is where he yells again. Excuse me, mademoiselle flower lady! Hey! I'm gonna talk to you! Flower lady! Tact, Sparrow said, we've been over this. Oh good, it's a sexy swan with a collarbone and arms and fingers. It's so fucking weird. Birds with fingers freaks me out. It's weird. Yes, I wish to purchase a rose from the lady. I'm afraid I'm out of roses. I sold my last one a week ago. Perhaps you'd be satisfied with chrysanthemum instead. 'Tis a beautiful flower from a fair maiden. Please don't mind that. He fell out of his nest as a baby and he says dumb things ever since. Introduce myself, J.J. Falcon, defense attorney. Are you Mademoiselle Signy? Catherine Marie Signy. I suppose you're here to ask about the royal assassination attempt. I'm no fool, monsieur. I know the rose I sold was used as the murder weapon. To be honest, I'm surprised it's taken so long for someone to directly question me. The Parisian police seem to have a habit of missing obvious leads, so don't mind if you ask a couple of questions. Normally I gather them from the wild. Last week I found these chrysanthemums on the city limits. And that's the same place I discovered this monk's hood. Since it's still winter, I have to buy a lot of my flowers from a merchant who travels to Italy and the Netherlands. I acquired the rose. Not a lot. He's an old man who passes through Paris. Blah blah blah. No chance of him being a super secret assassin? Nope. Person who bought the rose. I didn't catch his name, but he was a charming red fox. Sounds like our Juan. I met him around a week ago on the 6th. We talked for a little while about the usual things, like how everyone seems to be in debt these days. Then he bought a rose and left. Here he's on trial. To be honest, I don't think he's guilty. Well, actually, never mind. It's just a gut feeling. No, tell me. Just so happens we're defending this particular box in the court of asses. I don't know, court d'asses. Something to say that could prove him innocence. Now would be the time to let us know. I'm sorry, I can't. I just can't. And she flees. Nice display of tact and finesse. Just scared her off. Obviously knows something crucial. We need to get to the bottom of whatever it is, but I think she'll be in the mood to tell us anything else. Why don't we try acting with a little more tact and finesse next time? Shut your mouth. Shut your whore mouth when you talk to me, Sparrow Son. Alright, and then let's go to the palace, check that out. To the Place de Carousel, the courtyard just north of the Louvre's Grand Gallery. It's the Arc de Triomphe over there, right? I swear it's smaller than how I remember it. That's the Arc de Triomphe du Carousel, you do this. The big Arc de Triomphe is up the road. What? admire their two, because when a man like Napoleon invades half of Europe, he gets to build as many triumphal arches as he damn well pleases. Ooh. Well, 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 I never expected to see you here, JJ. That arrogant voice. Good day, Severin. Be civil, JJ. Why don't you introduce me to your new assistant? Fine, fine. Severin, this is Sparrowson, my assistant. Sparrowson, this is Severin Cocorico, the most pompous prosecutor in Paris. Oh, you two old school friends? More like arch rivals. Please, JJ, I think arch rival implies some sort of competition. As I recall, we met in court on 5 occasions, and on 5 occasions did you get humiliated terribly. I'm amazed a failing bird brain like you is still able to get clients. Business has never been better, I'll have you know I'm currently being employed by the Prince of Spain. Prince of Spain, Juan Carrito? Well, this is quite an amusing coincidence. Correct, I am the prosecutor for the very same case. Pity that the Spanish prince will indubitably hang, but I suppose that's what he gets for hiring a bird brain to represent him. You're the bird brain! You're the puppet. One always speaks badly when one has nothing to say. I was quoting Voltaire. Quick, make a witty retort. I'm rubber and you're glue. God, that's not witty. Yeah, seriously. No, you're a bird brain. I'm rubber and you're glue. What bounces off of you? Oh, wait. Fuck that up. You're the same bumbling fool you've always been, Falcon, but enough talk. If you messieurs would excuse me, I have a case to prepare for. JJ, Sparrowson, I'll see you two in court. Can't stand that guy. He's a bit of a cockerel. But is it true what he said, that he trounced you in court 5 times? Can't deny it, he's a ruthless prosecutor. Mountains of evidence, surprise witnesses, it's no wonder he always manages to one-up me. This time will be different. He stole this annotated map of the Louvre out of Corcory's pocket when he was busy rattling off Voltaire quotes. Cocorico. I have to, yeah, Cocorico. That's a fun name. Sparrowson, it's pretty impressive. We already did the illegal thing. That worked out really well. I swear you were standing 3 meters away the whole time. You tall birds are so busy with your heads in the clouds you don't even notice a small folk running around your feet. Sparrowson, no. Pinching Cocorico's pocket was like taking candy from a very tall baby. Yeah, I've corrupted him. I was like, we should break into things. He's like, we should. We should steal things. We should. And now he just does it without me having to suggest it. And then I can just be like, yeah, it was totally that guy. I don't know where he learns this shit from.
I don't understand how I just lost.
Alright, this map shows the entire Louvre area, everything from the Tuileries to the Rue du Louvre. Most convenient. I'm currently standing here in the Place du Carousel. Those pendant arrows seem to show the route taken by the king's entourage, which means that the king first went here to the Salle de Tibre, and then here to the Grand Gallery where the murder occurred. Prince Juan say he spent the morning in the Tuileries Gardens. That's right, so that means Prince Juan approached the Louvre from the west side, somewhere over here. Sounds like we have a lot of places to visit. Where do we go first? We're already in the Grand Gallery, so let's start where the royal procession started. Sparrowson is my boy. If I understand Cocorico's notes correctly, this is the room the king and his entourage stopped in before heading to the Grand Gallery. This room doesn't seem to be very popular. I don't see anybody around. To interrogate. You mean interview. Right, interview. We should take the opportunity to snoop. Surely all the interesting evidence would be at the Grand Gallery where the murder took place. The police would have already gone over that with a fine-tooth comb, like they did at the murder scene of the other place where they missed the entire cigar. Numbskull Inspector Valerti didn't even think to check this room for clues. There might be a murder weapon just under our beaks. Your logic seems questionable. Couldn't hurt. I don't know what Josh is playing, but you guys might want to check in on him because all I can hear is like swear words echoing down the hallway. It's pretty great. Roman columns. The style is Ionic. It's not Ionic, Falcon. Iony is when a character says something but the reader knows it means something completely different. It's not... No, never mind. Read more books, Sparrowson. Shiny copper urn. Guess it was used for carrying water or cremated remains. Probably not both at the same time. It smells good. Don't sniff the exhibits. No, really, this urn smells amazing. It's almost chocolatey. You poor thing, you're hallucinating from hunger. Would you like to step by a bakery? Patronize me, my nose never lies.
Ow.
There's something in here, I can feel it. Do birds have noses? Do birds have a sense of smell? I have never stopped to think about that. Do they? I don't know. Do birds have noses? Huh. Now you're touching the exhibit? That's no-no. Look what I found in the urn. Put that down. It's someone's old rubbish. No, look, it's a chocolate wrapper.
No.
Judging by the smell, the chocolate was bitter and dark. 70, perhaps 80% cocoa. Belgian origin. I love that Sparrow Sun is like the super sleuth detective of food. Specifically food. Everything else, kind of crazy, bad jokes, but food? Holy shit. Dude knows his stuff. I love that we do the mini nemesis and now the main nemesis. He was going to do a boss battle when we left his channel. Ooh, okay. That's why he's swearing. Not a good sense of smell, but it is there. Alright. So this is just a particularly apt smelling bird. The level of wrapper crumpling and the firmness of the chocolate residue indicate this was discarded just a few days ago. Yes, I'm certain the chocolate contained in this wrapper was undoubtedly consumed on the 7th of January, the day of the murder. Mon Dieu, Sparrow Sun, you juiced all that from smelling the wrapper? Imagine what I could work out if I tasted it. He's just like... Won't be necessary. If you could apply this level of critical thinking to areas outside of food, you would be the world's greatest detective. If only all evidence were edible. Oh, that might help us track down the person who consumed it. No, there's no possible way we can know that. I suppose we'll just have to visit every confectioner in town and sample every bit of merchandise for comparison. What a chore. Because I could see Lander Hagel... Oh my god. Hagelslax? Lander Hagelslax Chocolate Emporium written on the wrapper. We can't blame me for trying.
Put a bigger wasp on me.
Chocolate wrapper in the evidence folder. Boop. Some sort of stand or podium. It's just a decorative piece. It's a Roman doorstop. Roman doors were enormous marble slabs, so the doorstops had to be similarly large in order to stay in place. I don't think that's right. My uncle's a Roman historian, trust me. What? Yeah, oh my god, Josh is getting so mad. This is hilarious. I see a cabinet full of engraved plates, mostly bronze. How much do you think they're worth? 300 francs apiece? You serious? I'm in the wrong profession. I don't think archaeology works as a get-rich-quick scheme. I'm going to become a museum robber. Yeah, because that's going to go well. Ceremonial container, beautifully crafted. Arcane wine cabinet. Ignorant Falcon, this is a sacred Mesopotamian artifact gifted to the Emperor Hadrian for his victory at Euphrates in 23 AD. Making stuff up, you and I both know nothing about Mesopotamia. You got me. This could be a hippo's chamber pot for all I know. Just bullshitting him for absolutely no reason. Supporting column holding the roof up. If it were truly supported, it wouldn't hold the roof up. It would encourage the roof to get to its location on time. Oh my god. Terrible. It's such bad jokes. Alright, I think that's everything. I think that was really the only piece of evidence, but I can't leave a stone unturned when it comes to these terrible, terrible jokes. Terrible. We're done now. Can't spend all day staring at Roman artifacts. Where to next? Let's go to the place of carousel. We all done here? We just got here.
This thing died?
Pass me that map. Oh, okay. So apparently I can't go there. So I was standing in the place of carousel before. The Grand Gallery, the murder room. I believe the murder occurred right under the new painting.
Run away.
I see hundreds of paintings. Which is the new one? No idea. I'll have to ask. Please don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me. No, 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 no. Excuse me. You look like you know your Mona Lisas from your Last Suppers. No, no, no. Don't look at me. Maybe he isn't talking to me. Introverted Eric Pork. Introverted porcupine. He's definitely talking to me. Keep it together, Eric. Hi! Which was painting unveiled on the 7th of January, when the king came to visit. I can help you with that. It's the piece right behind you. I see. It's a painting of the king himself. That is a noble-looking penguin. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. What do you think of it, Falcon? What do I think? I'm not an art critic, but... it's subtle and nuanced. Careful brushstrokes, the pre-Raphaelite soft tones, and the subliminal uses of light. This is a contrasted, nuanced work. It's an evocative painting that alludes to a forgotten era. You said a lot of words, but I'm not sure if I'm any closer to knowing your opinion. I'm getting the impression that you messieurs aren't regulars at art galleries. Nope, we're a pair of Philistines. Speak for yourself. I've never even been to the Middle East. And you're investigating the king's assassination attempt. Well, I wasn't even in Paris when the murder took place. I didn't see anything, but I have a friend who might be able to help you out.
The way.
What? R&M Associates, home of Renard Volpes, and private investigator. Thank you, but I don't normally deal with these gray area of the law types. I'll give the guy a chance. He helped me out of a bind before. I'm sure he can do the same for you. Pulled with card. It's no trouble. Okay, bye. Thank you for your time. Anything else? We could turn the whole Grand Gallery upside down in our hunt for evidence, but that's not possible. With so many people around, we should probably just move to another room. That just leaves the garden, where the Prince of Spain had his lunch. Our feather-headed friends wander through the immaculately maintained Tuileries Gardens. Nothing seems out of the ordinary until they spot a familiar face picking up litter by the tree line. That groundskeeper look familiar. My god, he does. Now that I'm looking at him, he looks a lot like that photographer. What's his name? Salvador Serenado, Bono Baguetto, or Bito Robinho? What? Did someone call me? The lawyers who don't appreciate a masterful photograph when they see it. Had it right the first time. 2 syllables. Alright. Damn. I have way more fails in the fail column check marks than I do in my win column. It's very sad. It's good to see you gave up on your artsy dreams to pursue the more grounded career of housekeeping. It's giving community service for committing perjury. Can you believe that? They gave me, an esteemed photographer, community service! Yeah, I believe that. Perjury's somewhat serious. Sound like that self-righteous judge. So did you two want to ask me something, or just here to gawp? Oh, gawp, that's a fun word. Personally, I'm just gawping. How's the groundskeeping going? How you liking that, paying back society for your bullshit? Tourists are pigs, sometimes literally. Look at all this rubbish I found. Beer bottles, tin cans, apple cores. Western entrance, a book page. A whole book I can understand, but a single page, what kind of blithering moron loses just one page? My god, I'd recognize this book page. Don Quixote. May I take it off your hands? Sure, what's it worth to you? That fucking bird. What a dick. It's trash, it's literally worthless. But I suppose I'll be destroying it as per my duties. A little compensation, I'll give you the page and... I'll get your photos in the Louvre. That's a tall order. I give you 5 francs though. 10? 10? Wow. Falcon, you suck at bartering. Okay, I didn't agree to that. I said 5, but sure. Spanish fox by the name of Prince Juan. Only started working here today. Alright, I guess that's it then. Thanks for the book page. I don't really think I have any place else to go. Yep, let's head out. Roll out. We can always come back later if we've forgotten something. New day dawns. Alright, so... Shit. Oh, because I have to spend another day to go back there. Let's not do that. Let's look into this fox situation that doesn't cost me any time. Oh hey, Mousy. I see what the M stands for now. See you. Is this the office of Renard Volps? Ah, it's you! What are you doing here? Oh, this is where I work. Renard and Mousy, Monsieur Renard Volps and I carry out all sorts of investigations together. To be completely honest, it's normally Mr. Volps who chooses which cases to take on. We speak with him. I'm afraid that won't be possible. He's on vacation right now. He's visiting his father in England. He's set to return in a week or 2. Maybe you can come back then? No good. Our case will be over. Nothing to be done. We'll have to come back later. Cool. So that was a total waste of time. Oh.
Hi.
Oh, Heather is back. Hold please for kitty update, guys. How'd it go, Heather?
He has to stay overnight.
Aww.
So he was at seizure levels.
Oh.
Oh,
yeah. Kitty. So they like generally something they can help with?
They have to hook him up to an IV and with saline and dextrose because they've got to get the insulin out of it. So they can bring his levels back up and then they have to stabilize it. And then they're gonna call me sometime between 6 and 8 tomorrow morning. So
Perfect.
yeah. okay, I don't really know what that's gonna do for the rest of my night.
Yeah, serious. Well, I got this on lock as long as you need to, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so you guys probably just heard. Okay, so what happened was Kitty is staying at the vet overnight. They have him on IVs and such. And he is hopefully going to be okay. And we'll get that update tomorrow morning between 6 and 8. So I might have to just post like an RB update for you guys when we find out Uzi's situation. But for now, he's in good hands, under care, and we'll be spending the night at the vet's office. So, prayers for the kitty. We'll be okay. Yeah, poor kitty cats. Alright. At least he's okay. Generally. Chocolate Emporium. Let's go find out more about that suspicious chocolate wrapper that Sparrow Sun was so excited about. Volpes. I keep saying Volps, like stop it. Vulpes. Like Vulpix. It's like I should know this because Pokemon. What's wrong with me? Welcome, welcome, welcome to Lander Hageslak's Chocolate Emporium, the finest Belgian chocolate shop in all of Paris. I have no idea how to do a Belgian accent. Not even gonna try. No clue. I am Lander Hageslak, the founder and owner of this establishment. And I'm JJ Falcon, defense attorney. Good day. Lawyer is very fancy, I must say. I once dreamed of being a lawyer, but circumstances wouldn't allow it. It's a funny story. Oh my god. I was a young boy. I befriended the son of a Hungarian attorney. Falcon, help me. What is it? It's the smell, Falcon. It's overpowering me. It's demanding that I lay waste to the shop. Sparrowson's kind of awesome. It's I must eat all chocolate. For pity's sake, restrain yourself. Oh, but I'm rambling, aren't I? So are you messieurs here to buy some chocolate? Yes! Oh. No, no, no. We're actually here on business. Business? We believe this chocolate wrapper originated from your shop. Are we correct? Yes, yes, that is indeed the trademark Hageslak wrapper for genuine Belgian Hageslak chocolates. It is almost certainly bought from this very establishment. Good. There's something else we wish to ask. Who bought it? I'm afraid not just because matters of confidentiality, although that is a factor, because I couldn't possibly know that. I thought elephants never forget. Is that speciesist? Speciesist? My memory is impeccable, monsieur, but you must understand that I have dozens of customers a day. Hundreds of people could have potentially bought this particular item. So your memory is good, but you need further info. If we were to give you a description and name, would you be able to tell us whether they purchased something from you? Oh, that I could do. Let me think. Who to ask about? Obviously the fox. Have you ever served Juan Querido, the Prince of Spain? Nope. Well, that's good to hear. Our clue would have turned into a dead end if our own client turned out to be the chocolate fiend. I did once serve a princess from Mali, if that's any help. You see, I met the girl while hiking through the Himalayas. Please stop. Let me think. Who to ask about? Alright, how about the doggy? You ever served a member of the Royal Guard by the name of Major Howell? Nope. You sure? Yes, I've served many soldiers, but I don't recall seeing a major here in recent memory. Nope, just Major Howell didn't buy the chocolate. There's still a possibility somebody bought the chocolate for him. I did once serve a high-ranking officer of the British Army who was on his way to Zimbabwe, if you want to hear that story. No, I don't want to hear that story. Oh, I love it. Who else would give a shit? Have you bought your own chocolate? I don't know why she would have had the chocolate. I don't think that's gonna work. I don't know why the porcupine aficionado would have had the chocolate. I'm growing tired of these endless inquiries. Come back when you know. We just haven't encountered the chocolate fiend yet. Might have a point. Thank you for your time. Time, messieurs. Cool, so chocolate doesn't matter because I haven't met the chocolate fiend yet.
Beer?
No beer. Could you see about food, though? Thank you. Alright. We never did go to the tavern to find out more about the Spanish box. Let's do that. I thought you were done with your mopey drinking. Taverns are a fantastic hub of information. Yeah, this is like the quintessential D&D tavern where you go to see what... So what's the latest rumors, barkeep? Fill me in on what's going on. Are you two back? Are you feeling any better? Oh, so much better. I am not passed out from alcohol intoxication. Will it be the usual? It's not how I said it, you ass. I'm going to see a Prince of Spain around here. Don't know if you've noticed, but this isn't exactly the classiest pub in Paris. I'm lucky to have served the occasional bourgeois. You can forget about seeing a member of royalty. That's a pity. Ask around the old regulars. Rufus and Paul are playing cards in the attic, same as always. Rattled enough cages, you find someone who knows whatever it is you want to know. Drinking room again. So there I was in the grasslands, 10 kilometers downriver, rifle in hand. I'd been pursuing the set of footprints for an hour. I was getting closer and closer. I could almost smell the beast. Then I spotted it. It was a boar, a big, stupid boar, completely oblivious to my existence. I readied my gun. I carefully took aim. And then bam! You shot it? No, it was the most peculiar thing. The boar slumped over dead right before I could take the shot. Sounds like one of them heart attacks. Me nan went the same way. That's what I thought. When I went to take a closer look, I noticed the boar was frothing at the mouth. Whoa, it was rabid? Possible, but I don't think so. I remember reading something about frothing about the mouth being a symptom of poisoning. That's a good connection. Needless to say, I left the dead animal alone. Good call, who wants to deal with tainted meat? Yeah, could I know more about that boar situation, please? Because that sounds exactly like what happened to the Royal Guard. Pertinent. Can I help you? You say the beast you were tracking might have died from poisoning. Could you give us some further details? Not much of a poison expert, I'm afraid. What do you think caused it? I guess it would ate something bad. I saw some of that poisonous plant around. Wolfsbane, I think they call it. But really, I have no idea. I'm a hunter, not a vet. Excuse me. What is it? I don't suppose you've seen a Juan Querido around here. He's Spanish royalty. Foxy fellow, swanky hat, calls everyone senor. Nope, doesn't sound familiar. Bureau? Ain't got a clue. Sorry, messieurs, you're barking up the wrong tree. Can you tell us about the Spanish royal family? Like, fucking, I don't know. My compadre has a point. If you want to talk about hunting, I'm your man. But Spanish royalty? That sounds like a question to be answered at a library, not a tavern. Maybe you're right. Sorry to bother you. Okay, card room. Did we ask about the swan at the chocolate place? I didn't, but like that seems like a weird thing for her to be implicated via the flowers and the chocolate. Because she sold the fox the flower that he tried to give to the king, and the major took it and he died. But I don't think that the swan would be like, I'm going to sell you this poison rose and poison chocolate. Could be interesting. So anyone could have gotten it. She said the Wolfsbane is local. Oh, right. She does sell the poison flower. You're right. Alright. One more game of blackjack. No! My wallet is hurting enough as it is. Please! I'll even let you deal. The answer's no. I'm skint. If you want to play cards, you have to ask someone else. Excuse me, big fellow. Play some blackjack. Yeah, I'm good at blackjack. It's fine. I'm one of two. I do know how to play. I've been playing for years. Yeah, right. I taught you that game last week. Cool. Let's play a game. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. My turn. She called it monkshood. However, you're all Harry Potter fans here and remember the lecture, right? Oh, God. 16. Ooh, I got a hit on 16. Yes. Win. Go right over the top. Damn it. Fine. Take my 5 francs. No. I don't really know if this is helpful. Bye. Cool. Yes, let's go. Let's make a move. I like that that's like his catchphrase. Like, Autobots roll out. Marked by an exclamation mark will pop up on the map screen. Ooh. These cinematic scenes are only available for 1 day before disappearing, but they take no time to visit. Their viewing is entirely optional. Obviously, I want to do that.
Thanks. Food is in the process of...
I'm gonna take this opportunity to eat some shit. Viva la revolucion!
Sorry, I'm bugging you again. Do we have plans for like a...
Alright, so we're thinking going back to the market where the swan was. And she's gone. Of course she's gone. You're horrendous
Do we have a
flirting.
stop time for dinner that we want to do or anything? Thoughts?
No, I just had planned on kind of eating before I got on the channel, so I didn't want to be like off and on like a bunch of times. Like whenever it's ready, honestly.
It's like 5 minutes.
Sweet.
So, okay, I just
That
wanted
works
to know
for
if anyone had plans because I didn't want to jump onto stream and then jump back off again.
Nope. That's good for me. And then, do you want to take the channel back over?
Well, I just hate to interrupt you because you're already like going for it. So.
No. I mean, I don't know how late you want to stay up if you have to deal with cat stuff in the morning
I'm
too.
not gonna be able to stay up super late because I gotta have at least.
So how about we'll do that. We'll switch for dinner. You can come back on, finish out the evening. That gives you actual time on the channel, and then I can still take the night shift.
Okay, if you want to.
We're good?
Okay, yeah, we can figure that out.
Alright, logistics planning. Since Heather cannot now stay up and switch with me completely because she's got to have cat duty in the morning, we're figuring it out. Rapscallion Brigade Improv. Love it. You were flirting with her. You were untactful. Let's just fucking move on. Alright, so she's not there. The humble hidden library contains a formidable collection of rare books and manuscripts. That's a new place. Go there. Yes, liked reading, indeed. Following the hunting beagle's advice, don't eat poison pork. Beta birds. Yeah, I don't know. Pharaoh's son might be, I don't know, are they both betas? I can't tell. I feel like he's just bigger, so he's the dominant bird, but all in all, maybe. I should not have picked the classics because now I can't pronounce either of those. Elaine Renee Lesage, Crabillon Fills? I don't know either of those. I saw you reading that book of naughty limericks the other day. Oh my god. I've owned that book. I mean, only one of them is a predator. A sexual predator. I don't know, I just tuned in a minute ago. Oh lord. Terrible. I also own a naughty limerick book that I've had for like 10 years. It's pretty much my favorite. The Man from Nantucket is in there, but there's so many other good ones. Not that I could recite them off the top of my head, but they were all very entertaining and inappropriate. You didn't think I noticed because you put that dull-looking slipcover, but I knew, Falcon. I knew. Ooh, the donkey's mad. You're a librarian, aren't you? Yes, as the only quiet person in the library, I am most assuredly the librarian. Now that we have your attention, my friend wants to ask you something. Oh, Jesus. Can you tell us about the Spanish monarchy? Randomly, that has nothing to do with books. Spit out whatever imbecilic question is in the back of your throat. I understand the Spanish throne is currently under dispute. Can you give us a brief rundown of who the contenders are? What a trivial question. Yeah, but for the sake of those children who slept through that class, refresh our memories. Current reigning monarch of Spain is Queen Regnant Isabella of House Bourbon, daughter of King Ferdinand. Upon her death, the crown will likely fall to her husband, King Consort Francis, Duke of Cadiz. Although it's certainly possible that an immediate family member could stake a claim. However, the Queen's position is currently being disputed by the Carlists, head of the Count of Montemolin. I hope that answers your question. Catch all of that? Nope, not a word. Prince Juan Querido of Spain. I don't think I heard that name in your explanation. Prince Juan Querido? Is that what you said? I think you've been misinformed. There's no current Prince of Spain. I'm not even sure Querido is a real name. It is certainly no line of any Spanish monarchy. Lies! I think I know who that fox really is. What does this mean? Our client is not the Prince of Spain. No shit. His name is Nathan. Yeah, no, this game is full of those, so if you're not completely ready. But even that's a little bit, because that's a donkey, that's not a horse. His ears are way too big. Tell me about Don Quixote. It's actually a book, so this should make more sense. Classic, everyone's read it. Yeah, everybody, but for those who haven't. I'm not going to sit here and summarize a great work of literature for two imbeciles who are too lazy to read. But what can you tell us about the physical book itself? Come from any library, no library stamp or card, I assume it was acquired from a bookshop, a French bookshop, but the French translation and publishing information wasn't a giveaway. Any other questions? Can I go back to work? Goodbye, Nathan. For your time. Adieu, day. Adieu. Adieu, adieu. Alright, so I can't remember how many days I've spent running around doing this, so so I guess we have to go back and talk to this fox who's not really a prince and see what the hell's going on there. No time for equivocating. Stand aside. I most certainly can't talk to you that. We are housing a suspect in our false pretenses. It's a direct violation of statutes, blah blah blah. Indulging you, yes you, Monsieur, being held directly responsible for any consequential legal action. Fine. He's so mad. How did you memorize his criminal codes? Learn how to bluff. Yeah, I have no fucking. I was like, it's criminal code this, this, and this. So good to see you again, Senor Falcon. You have some good news about my case. Politely or angrily? I think I'd be pretty pissed you've had me running around after a line of bullshit. You appear upset, Senor. Of course I'm upset. You hired me to defend you and then made every effort to sabotage your own case. What's your real name? If you want your trial to be a farce, then you don't need my help. Come on, Spiros, we're leaving. Alright, fine. I'll reveal all. What happened to your Spanish accent? Your suspicions are well placed. Juan Querido is not my real name, and I am not a Spanish prince. It was just a persona I concocted for the purposes of getting arrested. Why? You're putting me in a difficult position. If I tell you the full story, I'd be putting someone else in danger. How about this? I'll tell you a story. I like stories. So Sparrowson. There was a girl, a mademoiselle, who was in a great deal of debt. Everyone has debt these days, monsieur, indeed, but this particular mademoiselle was indebted to a very powerful man, and that man wished to collect. She had no means of paying, so the man offered her a deal. Murder this man, and I will forget that what you are owed. Refuse, and I will reap what I am owed from your parents. With no alternative, she accepted. But another man, a gallant knight with foolish, archaic notions of chivalry, heard the mademoiselle's story. The knight knew that murder was inevitable, but he saw a way to take fall in the mademoiselle's place. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes, it's all becoming so clear. Wasn't the subtlest of allegories. Storytelling was never my strong suit, but I'm glad you're seeing things from my perspective. If I may ask, why did not just go to the police with the information you had? Police are not always an option. What is a man to do when the justice system itself is the problem? Ooh. Let you know when I figure it out. Perhaps we should talk about something else in the meantime. Yeah, who are you really? Mr. Reynard Vulpes. Today I'm Juan Querido, the Prince of Spain. Tomorrow I'm a Bruno Rayer, a pauper living under the bridge of the Seine. But that doesn't change who I am or what I do. Did not answer the question. I suspect you already know my real name. Reynard Vulpes. And you're Monsieur Falcon, private defense attorney, but that wasn't always your name, was it, Monsieur Falcon? Just like me, you know how to adopt a new persona on a whim. Ooh, dirty laundry. You changed your name, Falcon? I didn't know that. It's not about me. What, Renard, Monsieur, we're trying to uncover the truth here. The truth that you are attempting to uncover. Let's not talk about it. Did you find Mousy and ask him whether the birds have successfully flown south for the winter? Is that some sort of code? Yes. Be sure to let Mousy know. Let's make a move. Trial day is approaching. A new day. Alright, so now I need to go to the associate's office. What are you doing? It's trial day. Oh, right. What was I thinking? Oh, okay, so no, I don't have a chance to talk to Mousy because I have run out of time. Interesting. Okie dokie. can never hold somebody, like, you'd be like, are you nervous? No. Whether you are or not, just no. The answer is always no. Walls of evidence. And then he gets his, like, amazing Spanish theme song back.
Oh, ninja on me?
Such confidence. It's magnificent to see.
Shacky.
Cease your yammer and the door's opening. Here we go! Buena suerte, Senor Falcon! We will!
Oh,
What?
yes, please knock me
So ready.
stories to the ground.
So ready. JJ. Severin. Nervous? Why would I be nervous? I'm not nervous. I'm as calm as a cuckoo. You're the nervous one. Your whole courtroom is nervous. You! Terrible. You can't even maintain a stoic facade. I thought this trial would be the perfect opportunity for you to redeem your previous embarrassments. But if this is how you act before it's even started. You pompous-tailed, posture perfect. That is not the same judge. Judge Romulus. Oh, I love it. The wolf. Falcon. Is it me or does the primary judge look hairier today? It's a different judge than the one who presided over Dame Caterline's court case. It's a little strange. Why are we switching judges? Excuse me, Your Honor. I was under the impression Judge Maxime would be residing over this case. Where is he? Ooh, gone on temporary sick leave due to a terrible accident with a flight of stairs. That seems not on the up and up. Assured, prosecutor, defense, and members of the jury are more than qualified to fill his shoes. Without further ado, let's get the show underway. Something spoopy. Conspire to murder the king himself. Roll call. The defense is present and ready. Prosecution is ready. Good, very good. I expect this to be a nice, speedy trial. I don't want to see this dragged out by technicalities and bureaucracy. Once the court sees the overwhelming evidence, the trial will be over in 5 minutes. Get together. Excellent. Prosecutor, call your first witness. The police officer who investigated the scene. Oh, good. Valerty is back. Spare to speak without hatred, without fear, tell the whole truth. Please recite your name. My name is Inspector Just Valerty. I'm a servant to the law, scourge to the gutter rats. We've heard your monologue before. Wow, he's going for a speed record. Okay. Tell us what you witnessed on the morning of the 7th of January. 10 o'clock in the morning. At 10 o'clock in the morning, I was called to the Louvre's Grand Gallery by one of the King's Royal Guards. Did he just say o'clock? Oh my god. There I saw Prince Juan, King Louis Philippe, and the corpse of Major Hal with a rose in his hand and around 24 citizens. The citizens and the king himself all attest to seeing Major Hal taking the rose from the prince's hand and then promptly dropping dead. The morgue uncover upon the examination of the corpse. He died of poisoning. Aside from a prick on the finger, there was no sign of external harm. Therefore, the poison rose must have been the cause of death. The pieces together does seem very implicative of the prince. I have no further questions. Damn. Freak heart attack. Something else must be amiss in the old bird's testimony. I'll tear it apart. Tear him apart. Don't waste the court's time. A high-ranking police officer would never lie on the witness stand. I wouldn't accuse him of lying. I just want to make sure every base is properly covered. Pointless nitpicking. I'll allow it for now. Do your cross-examination. No, that's completely a thing the defense is entitled to do. Did you say o'clock? Poisoning. Correct. He stated the signs and symptoms were textbook. There's no possibility his death was natural. How was he poisoned? His finger was pricked by the poison rose. He even commented out loud about it seconds before dying. Everyone witnessed, saw it, and heard it. Any possibility he was poisoned by something else? Just heard 22 people saw him prick his finger and die. What are you suggesting? Exactly what I'm saying. You doubt the rose was the cause. Oh, the total buffoon can fail to draw the blatant link here. I'll just end this discussion painlessly. Please tell defense you found trace of poison on thorns of the rose itself. That should alleviate all doubt that the rose was in fact the poison. Actually, I can't tell him that. You didn't check the rose for traces of poison. It just seemed obvious that the rose caused the poisoning given the timing of the incident. Prick the finger of the defendant with the rose. If there's no poison on the rose, then Prince Juan lives and he's free to go. If he's poisoned, then he dies, but that's okay because the punishment would be just and fitting of the crime. Damn, man, Severin's not playing around. Witch trial? This isn't America, Severin. It's not how we do things here. was clearly a joke. Far more humane ways of testing for poison. I'm sure the inspector will perform his duty with due diligence. We won't be able to test the rose for poison. Given the dangerous nature of the flower, it was destroyed by a police force. We burned it to ashes. This whole trial ought to be called into question. We can still deduce with absolute certainty it was the rose. There was nothing else in the crime scene that could have caused the poisoning. Wrong! This chocolate bar. The paper wrapper to a piece of chocolate was found in the Louvre, the Salle du Tibre to be precise, and we can date its consumption to the date of the incident. We're suggesting that Major Hal ate a piece of poisoned chocolate moments before he died. Ooh, intriguing. Police force does not have the time nor resources to trawl every piece of trash at the crime scene. In other words, you overlooked it. Astounding unprofessionalism. What a disgraceful display, Inspector. Oh my god, this poor guy just gets called up and just gets shit on every time he comes for testimony. Get off the witness podium before I kick you off myself. Oh, poor Voltaire. He just gets strung out. Chocolate wrapper found at the scene. You have reason to believe it was consumed on the day of the incident. I do. An expert food tasting witness who's willing to testify. What are you talking about, Falcon? You know for certain that Major Howell consumed this chocolate. See, and you have evidence this chocolate was in fact poisoned. Something that may require a little more time. So in actuality, you do not have evidence that Major Howell consumed poisoned chocolate. Instead of you a solitary piece of rubbish that you plucked straight out of the gutter. That's weak even for you, JJ. Ooh. Excellent view of the people going in and out of the Louvre at the time of the incident. I call upon Monsieur Toussaint Kingley. Hello, hello. Oh, he's a kingfisher. That's adorable. The oath. Swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. My name is Toussaint Kingley and I am a person who fishes. So you are a fisherman? Oh, is that how it is? I thought French justice system was better than this. Here comes Toussaint Kingley, the kingfisher. Clearly he must be a fisherman, because didn't you hear all kingfishers are fishermen? Well, you are carrying a fishing rod. A man cannot carry a fishing rod, reel, and bait without being branded a fisherman? Oh my god, he's so touchy. Prosecutor is carrying a riding clock. Clearly he must be a horse jockey. Person who fishes. Why do you carry a riding crop, Severin? I've never seen you ride a horse. I don't know. Why do you, a 30-something-year-old with no health problems, carry a cane? Judge is so over it. True that you were nearby the Louvre at the time of the incident. I was sitting upon a railing at Pont des Arts. New bridge, just a stone's throw. What were you doing at the time of the incident? I was fishing. Kingfishers, am I right, Falcon? So you had plenty of opportunity to see people who entered and exited the palace. Who did you see? I saw a lot of people. Then at 9 a.m. I saw the king enter the building. He was surrounded by his entourage. Then around 9:30 I saw the shifty-looking fox lurking around the entrance. Shifty-looking? It's a vague and biased description. He looked super shifty. I saw him rubbing his paws and cackling gleefully. Oh, man. I saw him take out the rose and carefully rub the stem. Well, Monsieur, I really shouldn't speculate. Of course, it was wrong of me to ask such a leading question. But yeah, it definitely looked like he was putting some sort of powder on the stem. Wow, even I wasn't expecting such a bold admission. Members of the court, it sounds like what we have here is a direct witnessing of the defendant readying the murder weapon. The defense claims the rose was never poisoned, and yet here we have a man who saw the poison with his own eyes. I smell perjury. No question, he saw a shifty-looking criminal readying poison and cackling near the scene of the crime. That's not believable at all. I'd like to cross-examine. This nonsense again? You just heard the witness directly describe your client readying poison on a rose. What is there to question? Trying to uncover the truth. I don't believe him. Do your thing. Go make a fool of yourself. Come on, Kingfisher. I don't believe you. Say you were sitting upon the railings of the Pont des Arts in the morning of. What entrances can you see there? A good entrance of the Louvre south entrance. What about the other entrances? The other entrances? Like if you were entering from the Tuileries Gardens or Place du Carrousel? No, I couldn't possibly see those areas from the bridge. But of course that isn't relevant. You witnessed Prince Juan entering the south entrance with flower in hand. What if he used another entrance? The Tuileries Gardens to the west. The big what if. Do you have any evidence that he entered the Louvre from the gardens? Yes, I do. I have definitive proof that Prince Juan approached from the west and not the south. Show us this definitive proof. The page from the book. Page 44 of Don Quixote was found just outside the Louvre's west entrance. I'm not done yet. Take a look at this. Don Quixote, the book Prince Juan has been reading in jail since his arrest. I believe he has had it on his person for some time. And yes, page 44 is missing. It's the first thing I checked. You do realize what this means, don't you, Severin? The defendant was present in the Tuileries Gardens prior to entering the Louvre. This also means that in all likelihood, the defendant entered from the west, not from the south. He cannot possibly have been seen by Monsieur from the Point des Arts. I know what I saw. Maybe the defendant took the long way around. One can still travel from Tuileries to the Louvre south entrance by walking along the river. An extra 2 kilometers of walking just to enjoy the pre-murder scenery. Let's not say silly things. Maybe he deliberately left the page there. Now you're the one who's blindly speculating. It's not blind speculation, it's a viable hypothesis. Let's talk about Occam's razor. When torn between 2 seemingly equal hypotheses, we must side with the one that poses the fewest assumptions. Which of these theories takes fewer assumptions? 1. The page from the book fell on his way to the Louvre south entrance. 2. He deliberately planted the page in the off chance that it would be discovered, and then he took the long way around. How dare you! Stop lecturing you when you stop making such basic mistakes. What is the point of all this? The ultimate point is that Toussaint's testimony is fabricated, made up, utter fiction. I suspect the witness isn't even a fisherman. I'm not a fisherman. See, he admits to it himself. It's not what I meant. I'm not a real fisherman. You have something that will put this arrogant Falcon in his place. I must concede. On this point, at least, Falcon's evidence strongly suggests that the key component of Monsieur Kingsley's testimony is false. No! This doesn't mean Prince Juan is innocent, of course. All Falcon has demonstrated that this particular witness is unreliable. But I did see something, I really did! So maybe I didn't exactly see a shifty-looking fox. I made that part of the story up, but I did see a swan lurking around the south entrance the morning of the murder. Do shut up, witness. Your word is mud at this point. How can we possibly trust anything you have to say? Judge Romulus, we're out of time. We're 10 minutes overdue to start on Hare versus Tortoise trial. Curses, I was hoping we'd have the case wrapped up in a single session. Such a shame, but ultimately an accurate sentencing is always preferable to a speedy sentencing. Fine, fine, fine. No moralizing. Court will resume this Friday, the 21st of January at 9 o'clock. Don't be late. Prosecutor, do your damn job. Get the stupid fox a conviction already. Damn. This wolf is out for blood. A lot came up in that trial. Yeah, no doubt about that. Something's bothering me. Why would that fisherman lie in the witness stand? Coercion! Maybe the real murderer threatened the fisherman and making up a story about Prince Juan. Anything is possible at this stage, but to be perfectly honest, something else is bothering me about the trial. Ms. Elsigny, I believe she plays a key part in this case, but getting her to tell her story is proving difficulty. You might be the real murderer. Hello, rabbit friend. Sorry to bother you, but this just arrived. I think it's for you. Why isn't it sent to my office? I don't need to be pitied by a first-year dropout. Ooh, good comeback. I like that he just acknowledged, like, oh, that was good. It's a threat made with cut-out newspaper letters. I didn't know those things actually existed. Let me see. Falcon, stop your investigation or there will be consequences. Scary. This letter originated from Major Hal's murderer. He or she must be aware that we're getting close to uncovering the truth. But why would a person write with cut-out newspaper letters like this? Asking one's handwriting would be the most common reason, although I can't help but wonder why they would bother since we don't have any handwriting samples to compare it to. We're still going ahead with our investigation though, right? Oh yeah. No intimidation here. Absolutely not. The lawyer would deter it every time they received a threatening letter. They would never get any work done. 3 days before the next trial, we can't afford to be worrying about petty things like this. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Wow, you're right. Let's make them count. Alright, and on that note, I think we're going to go dark on the channel for just a little bit, scarf some food, and then I think Heather is going to come back on for a little while, kind of make up a little bit of lost time, since she can't stream overnight due to kitty duty in the morning. So, I'm going to leave it here for you guys, and we will be back on RB here in probably about 20 minutes or so, after people have had a chance to eat, freshen up, and we will carry on. It is 6 o'clock. We have 14 hours left? Oh my gosh. Just a little over the halfway mark here on our all-day streaming of the Brigade. Love it. So much fun. Alright, so I'm going to switch this over What will I be playing when I get back? I don't know. I might pick Rom back up. I don't want to keep playing this one because I want to save all my special extra life banners for when I'm on the main channel. Got a few things to pick from. I'm debating coming back to Vampire Masquerade or not because somebody had mentioned that there's a patch that helps with stability at the end game, but you can't do the patch and then apply previously saved games, and I haven't patched it yet, so it basically means I would need to start over and play to where I had been. So I don't know if I want to do Masquerade or not. I know it's on my banner and I'm very disappointing, but could still do Fallout, could do some more Getting Over It, which I know is everybody's favorite. I don't know. And I think Heather's going to be playing The Long Dark when she comes back on RB main channel here in a little bit. So, quick break for food, and we'll see what I decide to play when we come back. It's all to be decided, I guess. This thing is going incredibly according to plan, as of course we could expect. So, pause for delicious fajitas, and we will see you guys in a little bit.